Alright. Hello. We are live. It's Tuesday. I said a couple days ago that I would do watching back indiethon runs. Either yesterday or today, depending on how I was feeling last night. Last night I was being a little bit iffy in terms of streaming, so hello. Doing that today. It's a little cloudy outside, jeez. It's pretty cloudy. Wow, it's really dark. Huh. I did not think it would be that dark today. It's not cold. It's actually pretty warm for a day like today. Give me a sec. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to post my stream link. How y'all doing? It's Tuesday. Probably like first day of school for a lot of people in college. I don't have to do that for a little bit longer, luckily. Hold on. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright. I think we're good. Let's start watching that back. So, I was at it. I ran an indiethon last weekend. Indiethon, it's a marathon for indie games. It ran from Saturday into Sunday. Well, Saturday through Sunday. Alright. So, I submitted Deltarune, Snowgrave Glitchless, and, what is it called? Hollow Knight Item Rando Lockout. And for some reason they both got in, so I had to run both. They were originally like 3 hours apart, but scheduling conflicts with, let me change the screen. Scheduling conflicts with Shay's GDQ run, which was amazing, by the way. You should go watch that. I might watch that actually later too. It was insane. He ran main route glitched. And that made an incentive for Snowgrave glitch, so he ran that after. Which was 3 million, by the way. Insane for GDQ to get that. So yeah, that happened. And we're gonna watch, starting with the Deltarune run. Let me see if, let's turn the mouse on. And capture cursor is on. Alright. Tell me if the sound balance is off, by the way. Over here. Oh yeah, in the chat on the right end here. My mouse is showing up. Gonna have that on screen during this too. My run wasn't great, but it wasn't like bad. Okay, it was pretty bad. I died to spam Tim twice. Okay. Also, I watched them back a little bit beforehand. But they didn't turn my audio on for like 5 seconds, so I have a little bit of that beginning. Also running Hollow Knight right after. Oh geez, this is a bit loud. Glad to be let me turn this down. Runner for the next couple of hours. Let's talk about this. Oh god, the mic quality is so bad. Mic
everyone
quality
knows
is
Deltarune.
so bad.
Game
Oh
released
my
in 2018 by Toby Fox. It's
do
a
that.
choice-based RPG, kind
The
of
mic
similar to
quality is
Undertale.
so bad. Like,
It has the same.
so I'm using the same mic, but we had to use a scene collection, so we couldn't put on filters or anything. So I was capping out the mic the entire time, and it was so bad. Right now I have noise suppression and a limiter on, so that's not an issue. But yeah.
Sort of overworld has a slightly different combat, but
And
still
yeah, talking about
combat.
Deltarune.
And Chapter 2 was actually released just a couple months ago.
If this was through
September
Discord,
last year.
none of the noise would have gone through because I have
couple patches
noise suppression on Discord.
Actually, Chapter 1 and 2 is still just a demo, and Chapters 3 through 7 are slated to release at a later date, so keep an eye out for that. About the category.
Oh god, the
today I'll
mic
be
is
running
so bad.
the Snowgrave route, glitchless, which is a bit of a different route from the main route.
Bad.
There's different boss fights, a bit of different dialogue that we'll mainly be skipping, and we'll be doing some interesting things halfway through that you don't usually see in the main route. Okay, so...
Oh yeah, and there we go. And then, so, here. So, for anyone that wasn't watching, I set my file name to what was it? Agent Dennis, because Agent Dennis was the name of a character in the Worms run from earlier that day. Let me plug in my laptop real quick. It was from the Worms run, like literally right before Deltarune, like right here. This is all Worms. Worms Armageddon. Then there's a character named Agent Dennis, and at the very end, we had a little conversation, and you're like, yeah, you should go ahead, use Agent Dennis, and I'm like, okay, let's go with that. I was like, Buffalo Bricks at the end of their run said, oh, and one more thing, shout out to Agent Dennis. And I was like, I wasn't watching that because my mic had died, so I had to use my other phone as a mic, so I couldn't watch the stream.
The Worms segment from Ruffled Bricks. We got a little bit of a name that we want to use.
Ruffled Bricks, I think, was also
Agent Dennis.
Was also a volunteer for indiethon
enemy team. So we'll be using this file name for today, and we'll be starting when I select yes on
the game sounds so low too, because I didn't get to do any good audio balancing beforehand.
So starting off, we usually go into the...
By the way, tell me if any of the audio balance is off. I can fix that.
Right, and then we leave, go to the library. We skip all of that. In a patch, they added a thing called bed skip, where
talking about bed skip,
tutorial talks to you,
put you from the Japanese community in chat.
Gets out of bed, and we go immediately back into bed, and we go to the Dark World. This is in Chapter 1 as well. This was added an update to Chapter 2. You saw me take off amber cards from Chris. That decreases their defense a little bit, which will be useful.
I'll talk about it when it comes up.
Hopefully in a trick later on in the run. And we go here, we see Noelle, hello.
Drinking a lot of water.
Captured,
there was a lot of stuff that I wanted to talk about, and like not enough time most of the time. And then when I had time to talk about things, I was like, oh god, what do I talk about? Because I forgot everything. And I'm like, oh no.
You'll see that I'm holding shift and control most of the time.
Talking about the input display.
With sticky keys. What
this is all sticky keys. This is all sticky keys. Yeah.
Dialogue advance faster, and it also makes you sprint in the overworld, which is very nice. So our first fight, double weird wires.
Oh yeah, weird wires. This was okay. This was pretty okay, honestly, right? But watch the health. Watch the health. What you want to do? What I want to do here is I want to take at least one hit on Chris, which is a 75% chance to do Chris skill at DJs.
speed is very
But-
important. The faster you menu,
Right, Susie takes one hit. Also, the menuing is insane here. I'm so good at menuing.
sometimes there'll be a little frame drops.
There were so many frame drops that I just couldn't do anything about, and those just lose time.
Bad computer is not great.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just
Alright,
forgot to
the
get
first
hit.
battle done. The
Okay.
menuing in this game is very, very, very important. The top 3 runners for this category are Ubercat, Shay.
Let me look actually. Speedrun.com/deltarune. I think I was right on the top 3, but like what times do we each have for glitchless? Glitchless? That's main route, Snowgrave. Shay has a 46, Uber has a 49, and I have a 59. Okay, that makes sense. I thought it was something like that. I knew it was us 3 that had a 33, but
which is something to say.
not entirely sure.
Alright.
Like,
So we got a
what
little bit of bad
was-
RNG, so we're just gonna do this normal.
I said bad RNG. I just forgot to get
There is
hit.
a strat for if you get good RNG. However, I did not get the good RNG, so we'll just be doing the first mini boss normally. That's all.
Yeah, I was also
that's all
running a
that
life
means.
split in the background,
All right. So
but also
we're into cyber.
like I had life split
Since
open
Cyber
here.
World, we are into
We had to
the
use
main part of Cyber World.
layout like this, but without the overlay stuff. And I had life split open here. And yeah, I was like 4.5 minutes behind by the end.
A little bit of plot. So the cyber world exists in
Oh yeah,
the
the mic delay
library
is so
that
bad.
I mentioned earlier, and the queen is the ruler
Huh?
of this cyber world. And
It's like 0.4 delay because I was using my other
there's
mic.
a dark fountain
My other mic has
that was
less delay than the
similar
mic
to
that I'm using right
chapel
now.
of the- near, I'll say, Dark Castle, which has the big dark fountain. And we have to go see it.
Overall,
because
though, this
we
one is,
don't
like,
want to
not
upset the
bad other
balance
than-
of light and dark.
Not getting Chris kill in.
Alright, and we see the queen
Chain
again.
dying
We see her
to
about
spam
3
turn.
more times this run, if I remember correctly. Here we have our
So,
first.
so here I said you talk to Queen about 3 more times after this. You talk to her at the beginning, here, Birdley, at Birdley, where Noelle shows up, and then at the very end. So yeah, that is 5.
Little mini game, actually, that we have here. By the way, if you've noticed, we've been skipping all the fights. This will be important later on. See this arcade mission?
Alright.
This is what the queen is going to challenge us with. We have a
Like,
little bit of
the arcade was, like, pretty dang good. I was watching Shay's run, and Shay... I did better than Shay, at least here,
to fight the queen.
than he did
Be
at
a little different.
AGDQ,
And Chris can't reach in his 2 weeks, so we stand
okay.
on and I'll say, have Susie
which
help
is always
with
nice.
power, and we get sent into a bit of a punch-out minigame.
Oh yeah, Punch Out, this is so much,
First time you
this
see this, you're
fight's so
like,
much
"What is
fun.
this? And why is there punch-out in Deltarune? It's so
Also,
much fun,
I
though,
do it
and
faster
the
than
first time
Shay
I saw this, I
does,
was like,
because
this
I
is
like,
so cool.
I don't do like a buffered punch, which it makes
In
it
the
easier,
main route,
but
you'll see this
very
later on
slightly
as well,
slower.
in a different form, but in this route, this is the last time you'll see something punch-out-esque.
Also, apparently
Take a little bit, and
Shay
do this a
doesn't
little
do
bit faster. Optimally, you will get a
the thing,
73
the
here. I did it a little
tatty
bit
wires.
suboptimally, so we get a
Or you
72
jiggle jiggle,
instead.
just those attacks.
Just still plenty fast.
Just slightly slower, but
And we
not a big deal.
advance the text there, and we walk to.
I was considering taking that
You'll see
safety
this warp door,
save,
which is very useful in
but then I
glitch,
realized that
because
first off that
it's
heals
not
you,
very
so that
useful
means
in
no
glitchless.
Chris kill, and also this is just a hard
We go
save,
right
so we
here
don't
and
even need
see
to.
this puzzle, which is
That was
solved.
scary.
And,
but we're good.
We just do this. Agree to all. What this does, we agree to a contract that will put us in the Queen's Army, which we never get put in the Queen's Army. That actually never happens.
I should
By
have.
the way,
I
spoilers.
thought of the
By the way,
script. I
spoilers
wrote
for
up
this
the
run,
script
has
for this.
Major plot points of Deltarune. If
Like
you didn't know
an
that
hour,
already.
maybe a bit less.
You go
No, a
there
bit more.
and we're gonna travel over to the
It was
right
like
to our first
2 hours. I
main
finished the
boss.
script like 2 hours before the run, and I really should have finished it up and done a practice run the night before.
This is where we, the fact that we took off the amber cards would matter if we got good RNG, but we did not get good RNG, so that
Well, that's
doesn't
fine.
really matter.
It wasn't
You
terrible.
also saw me mashing text earlier. This game has an auto masher, which turns on if you hold Control or C. And that goes at 15 text boxes per
Oh yeah, I also
second.
wasn't looking at chat. There's so many people that I know, like Zaf, Floofy,
Going up to 30
Quack. No,
is a
you're
bit
not
faster,
crowdfunding me
but
a
you're
new
not gonna be
potato.
mashing at 30 the entire run.
Tira's here, Butchie's here,
Alright, and we are in the sweet
Blossom's here.
cap and cakes fight. So what we want to do here is we want to dance with Chris and then attack the sweet.
Yeah, this is like 40 seconds by
this'll
the
do-
way. It's Delta Instinct, the
make
whole
us do this
Delta
fight the
Undertale universe
fastest.
just kind of plays like this. It does not make sense. It would be weird if it had
If we
normal
got good
things. Yeah,
RNG, we would be
it would be
taking damage
weird if it had
to
normal things.
try
It
to
doesn't.
get Chris killed.
And then there's like an
Because
entire
this
thing
is
of discourse
that makes it
about
actually faster to kill Chris.
whether people liked Undertale.
Without it, this is the safest
I
and fastest
played
way to
it.
do so.
I enjoyed the first half. I didn't really
Because
enjoy the
each
second
time-
half. It felt
Each turn, you
long,
do enough damage
a little
for,
bit.
I think that's Cap'n to heal Sweet.
I feel like Delta in Chapter 2 feels new enough.
And then we
Compared
just
to
dance
Chapter
with all
1.
of them, get them all dancing at once, and
I
that
like
is the
it.
clear requirement for this fight. You can actually defeat them.
Undertale's still fun though. I want to finish at
Alright.
some point.
So this is the
I've only played through like
first mini boss done. We have a little bit of a
halfway through Hotland, I
menuing
think.
segment after this. Let me talk about the update history of this game a little bit. So this
704.
game
704.
released in September,
704
last
at this
year.
point. What is my PB? No, so 704 at the marathon. My PB was a
Ready.
620 622, yeah, 622, so about
Got a couple updates since then.
45
Specifically,
seconds.
version 1.05 is important.
Which makes sense.
Version
For a
1.05.
marathon setting with no crit skill, that's like
It made
good.
it changed a couple things. It made a glitch in the final boss of this route, of the Snowgrave route.
Also, I should have
a little
taken
bit
more time to
different, a little
explain
bit more
this.
difficult
1.05 made
Decide to abuse
big shot spam. It made it enrage Spampton, which basically made it like a feature.
a glitch.
And then
also made
wrong words. I'm about to say it.
warps, a different glitch, possible, but only if you hold buttons. All right.
It made wrong warps possible if you. So wrong warps used to be possible before 1.05. Post 1.05, they're only possible if you're holding Shift and Control or X and C or any combination of those that has Sprint plus menu, which is interesting and a fun way to like put it in the game, like remove it without removing it. This menuing I could have done better.
A different glitch.
Let's see.
Possible, but only if you hold buttons.
How did I mess this up? So, speed 0.25, 25, 17, right? So 25. Turn the stack up and watch it.
Decide to abuse a glitch. It also made.
So where did I mess up this
wrong
menuing?
words, a different glitch. Possible, but only if you hold buttons. All right.
So,
Made.
oh, that's 0.5. That's fine.
Wrong warps, a different
So-
glitch. Possible, but only if you hold buttons. All right.
So I didn't press enter twice there.
You saw a little bit. Of
That
menuing
lost
here.
like
I messed it up
3
a little,
seconds.
but
That was
fine.
good.
A lot of the menuing in this. A lot of this game is menuing, and a lot of this run is.
This was
menuing.
scary.
If you
This
don't
I should
focus
not have
on
made
menuing,
this.
That's time loss. You see, you could just perfectly skip that.
Also,
that's
this was
pretty
just
good.
a bit slow.
You'll
Couldn't get out of the way in time.
Get this key hit with an arrow. And that gets us to up here.
Hold on, actually, give me a second. I'm gonna take a quick break. I need to go to the bathroom. Once I do that, though, I'll be back like right away. Give me like 5-10 minutes. Tentative, let's say 6. Let's say 6. BRB at 6 p.m. EST. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. We're in an ad break. Please watch the ads. They will support my channel. If you have an ad blocker, turn it off if you can. If not, that's fine. But alright, I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Don't change the channel. BRB. Alright, sorry I'm a little bit late, but I'm back. I'll watch more of this.
Key cups, which lead us to the second boss fight of this run.
We just finished
Second boss of this
DJ's
run.
didn't do Chris kill, so we lost like 45 seconds.
We don't need to get all these.
Oh god,
but
the lag
orbs
spikes are
make us
so
go
bad.
faster. I think if you get all of them, there's an item that you can get. We're gonna be skipping this item. I
Yep,
think
none of
Main Route
that.
gets it, but
No,
Fairgrave does not.
Ragger. Which, we found out recently that the Ragger saves time. Getting Ragger 2 saves time. Getting Ragger 2 and Mecha Saber saves time. Because you just buy bagels over and over. You buy, so, with the money that you have, you can buy 2 bagels, and then I think it was Captain, right? Says, you don't have money? Here, it's on the house! And gives you 6 bagels. And then you can sell them back to them. Okay, yeah, it is. That's my mistake, sorry. So, hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, if you can get a bunch of bagels and sell them at, like, a lower price, but you didn't buy them anyway, so you gain money. You just gain money. Just have to sell them a bunch. And it saves time. Because then you can 3-churn brutally instead of 4-churn. Which is just faster.
We walk into this little contraption. This has the Queen's face on it, as does everything in this world. And we see rails, and of course that means we are going to be put on little go-kart roller coaster.
Go-kart roller coaster things.
The Queen, of course,
I don't know what they're called.
Floating chair.
And then Noelle just has an
with a
ice
jack
skate.
on it. We see Noelle on her cute ice skating or ice skate roller coaster. That
In this.
bumper cart. Gonna mash a little bit to advance the choice. We see Falco. This is not Falco. This is Birdie.
This is not Falco, this is Birdie.
Also
That's so corny and it was such a bad joke, but...
from the Light World. So,
And people
like,
are still talking about,
Susie
like, how the
Susie and Chris
community for Undertale sucks.
What we do here, we're just gonna defeat Birdly. Birdly got
Talking
sucked
about-
into this all. Didn't really do
Yeah,
anything. So we're
the
just gonna
OST is
leave him-
good though.
leave
The
him
soundtrack's really good.
be for now.
And then Zaf coming in with the, I don't know much about the community, but Sawa is very cool and good, and I'm like,
We
no,
only need
you.
like 70 for the last turn, but we'll get plenty.
Oh, yeah. And I messed up the menu a little bit, which is scary, but we're good.
Damage, and then we pacify, and that is Birdly done. His
Birdly's
go-kart
done.
crashes,
This is
and
fine. This was all fine.
and complete the split. This is, we have a
I
bit
said
of a
split.
long cutscene
My
coming
splits
here,
aren't
so
even on
if you
screen,
have any
so
donations, then
doesn't even
that would be a
matter.
great time to read those.
Alright, thank you very much. I would like to use this opportunity.
Broadcast
to
I was
remind
watching has
everyone
ended.
That indiethon is sponsored by Team 17 as well as Chucklefish. And one of
props
the
to-
things
props to them
that
for,
they,
sponsoring this, by the
helped,
way.
Indiethon out with is,
Sponsoring
for
Indiethon,
instance,
that was really cool.
With prizes, which include, for instance, a mega game pack.
I've like
which
always
requires a minimum donation of
wondered.
$30,
I have a
uh,
Team 17
pack
folder on my
provided
laptop
by,
in my
Team
app
17.
data, but
This
I don't
includes
know what
games
it's
like
for.
Blasphemous, Greek Memoirs of Azure, Nasser Boy,
Team
Neon
17.
Abyss,
Oh,
Ukulele,
golf with
Impossible
golf
Man.
with friends.
You might actually have seen some
It's
of
for
these
golf with
games
friends?
in
Okay.
trailers, like during the
Understandable.
of the marathon. They're all amazing games, and for $30 you can potentially enter the raffle to potentially win such prizes.
One in
And
the chat
it's
saying,
also
runner
a great
shift is not
cause,
held
so,
anymore. That is
definitely
because
get
you
your
move
donations in,
slower in
and,
battles.
maybe we can
if shift is held.
reach, maybe, you know, get closer
Fast
and
cars, let's
closer
go.
to $1,000. You know, we're
Not
already
fast
close to
cars,
100.
unfortunate.
Let's see how things will go.
Let's see how those will go. Story-wise, we're going through the Cyber City now.
Didn't get the
We see
encounter.
Noelle, we chase her. We got split up. We split up with Susie and Chris, and we see Queen again here. And we see Birdly
Queen
again,
encounter
just
number
survived that
3.
crash.
4,
And
because Birdly
this-
was 3.
This is where things start to get a little bit interesting.
Yeah, this is where
But
it changes
get to
from
that.
main route.
Noelle asks us if she can join our party. We say yes,
Then we go
and
left.
we immediately backtrack.
God, the frame
Go into
drops.
this fight.
This is this Seesaw issue from the
Freeze them to
Messenger's
death,
runs chat
and
earlier.
they
I think so.
will be there for
Yeah,
eternity.
the messenger was so
And we
cool.
go back through these cars
The
again.
messenger is such a cool
If
run.
we can
Like,
go through here without losing speed, that's optimal. However,
I really
we
want
missed
to
it a
like
couple
play
times, that's
play the game now
because it
and
would
run
be
it, but
safety heal.
it looks so difficult. It's the only
You
thing.
notice, by the way, we backtracked.
Like all the
and
movement
hit
looks so
an encounter
hard.
That was not force. That's the first time we've done that this
I
run,
bet
and
that's
we'll be
what
doing that
Hollow
a
Knight
lot
looks like too.
in the next, like, about 10 minutes. We'll be doing that a lot. We will be going back and ice shocking every single enemy that we have back here. There's a couple more over here, and we'll do that. And this is where
Oh, yeah.
differences in menuing speed really come into play.
My menuing for Snowgrave is
The
like
faster you menu,
so
the more
fast.
time
Not
you
Snowgrave,
save,
but Ice Shock is so
more
fast.
Speedy your runs will be. However, if you mess up,
Like you don't see Uber
major
Shay
time loss,
doing
and
this
if you mess
fast
up
with
bad enough,
menuing.
and it can actually kick you off of the Snowgrave route, and you won't be able to complete the run.
Give
It
me
will
a
be
sec.
complete reset.
Alright.
That is a real possibility for today, and I do not have a backup file, which is a bit scary.
I was going to make backup files. I was going to make backup files for if things went wrong, and then I forgot. I forgot to make backup files. I just straight up forgot. And then I didn't have backup files. Luckily, I didn't need them, but
But
I should have
We'll go with it.
made. I should have made
by the
them.
way, back there,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
went up left. There was a little hidden door that would get you to Spamton, who is a
Mentioned
vendor in this
Spamton
game.
early on.
We'll be seeing him later on. Let me just say that. And now,
Spam
the
to
cars are gone
digital.
to places of
Digital.
enemies. So,
Wait, no,
of
that's not
course,
what I meant to do.
we're
But
going to run into them and freeze them
digital's
again.
emote for Spamton. I love this emote.
And
I mean, it's
if you
literally
haven't
just
noticed
Spamton, but
already, all these enemies are based on real life tech. You see this task here.
Yeah.
Of course, tasks.
and the
based
queen's
on
just.
tasks
I
that you
think
see
like
task manager
supposed to be like
on
a media
computers. There's an
celebrity
enemy
type.
that will come up later on
character.
called Task Manager, which is of course
I don't
based
exactly
on
know,
Windows Task
but-
Manager. The first enemy is the rear wires based on
All right.
an electrical socket, an outlet, and a plug. You see those all the time.
I took the safety deal.
There's
No mouse
the
one
VR
skip
VR
because
things,
glitchless.
which are computer viruses, pop-ups, which are similar, but they're just pop-ups. You'll see a lot of those.
Keep
Of course, the
going.
mouse puzzle.
And then
Simple,
I don't remember. Did I
always the
get
same.
3 turn?
And we
Did I
see
get 3 turn
this
here?
fight, which we'll be doing
First one.
something
Oh,
a
I
bit
got a
different.
crit. I'm showing
Attacking
off.
first,
Wow.
and then we'll freeze them. If we get
Ice
this
shock,
frame
crit,
perfect
crit. Let's
which
go.
we did,
I got the
then we can
crit.
get a 3 turn here.
That's a 3 turn.
And if not, it becomes a 4 turn where you lose like 10 seconds.
Yeah, by the way, for 3 turn Birdly, you need to hit the crit, and it saves like
That
3
and
seconds.
a bit of a detour to the
Which is
left.
absurd.
We get the, if I remember correctly, it's the pink ribbon.
Is it the
and
pink ribbon?
The pink we did get it, so we can do that. We take a bit of a detour.
Pink
to the
ribbon, yeah.
left.
Okay.
We get the, if I remember correctly, it's the pink ribbon.
It is.
And the
Good to
pink
know that
ribbon
I was
will
right.
help us later on in the run. Not immediately useful.
More Ice Shock.
Oh, it's a little bit low HP. That's a little scary, but we'll live.
Gosh, Noel's at 52? Why is Noel at 52? Jeez.
And a little ice shock again. Kill all
And Noel
foes.
doesn't have the same thing that Chris has, where Chris takes damage
All right.
like 65% less of the time when
I
at
said
low
earlier
HP.
that I'm one of 3 top
Or, like,
runners for this category.
half the time.
2 other runners
Le-
are
half less the time.
Ubercat and Shay.
Oh, Aaron's in chat.
I think Uber
Aaron was
has
in
a
chat.
33. It's either Uber or Shay. I don't remember their placements. One of them has a
Yeah, here you just
40
have to
a 33
early
46.
attack.
I have a 3359 PB.
Yeah,
This one
33.
attacks
Shay has a
us,
46.
3 frame window. We hit the 130,
Uber has a
just to
49.
show
I have a
off.
59, and we're the 3 people
And
with sub.
Their
3
runs
people
are
with
a
sub
lot better,
34.
and they're a lot more skilled than I am. They run glitched. They run main route. I run Snowgrave glitchless exclusively.
And here I
And
just
here-
missed the thing.
We see this one who sells us a ring for
1623. What was my PB here? What's my PB at the freeze ring?
There we go.
15 39. 1539.
Good.
1539, so I was 44 seconds behind. I gained a second.
One dark dollar more than we have on us. So what do?
Okay.
We can't buy it, so we freeze them and we steal it.
I like this
As
energy that I
anyone-
had.
Any normal person would do, right?
And then I messed up the menuing here.
Nope. You have to click
Lost
that.
like 4 seconds.
Come over here. Noel says that she considered stepping off of the button and killing us. We're like, yeah, that's normal.
I'm just talking about
Alright.
morbid stuff like
throw them in.
like it's normal.
And now you'll notice Ice Shock does a lot more damage.
God.
Like 1.5 times more damage.
God, early thorning is so broken.
And we will be
Like it
one-shot,
absolutely
like every single enemy with it.
saves so much time for Snow
for a
Grave
little
glitched.
while here.
And then you door
Even
warp,
these
so
tasks,
door overflow.
you know, in one hit. We got a little bit of bad RNG.
So that saves you more time.
Not a big deal.
And someone chat's like Grace the Bullets. I hadn't talked about it yet,
Go down,
and I think I talked about
we
like
keep committing to
just
it,
now.
Kill every single enemy.
Like a couple encounters later I talked about it. I was not looking at chat. That was just by chance.
Virokins, of course, the modern computer virus that will just take over your computer and probably put some like ransomware on it. Alright. Let me just talk. I just
Oh
want to
yeah,
say something.
this.
By
I wonder
the way.
what chat thought about this.
Chance to say that something that I love about this game is Chris is non-binary. They go by they them, and I love that as someone who's non-binary themselves.
Chris is non-binary. They go by they them. They don't use he him. They don't use she her. They go by exclusively they them. And if you use anything else for them knowingly, then please use they them. Like as someone who's non-binary, it does not feel good when you use the wrong pronouns.
We have 3 ambulances.
For me,
here.
it's not as
Don't
bad
really
because
know
I'm
the
not like
source for
dysphoric
these, but
by
the source
like
material, I think
well,
they're
like at all, but
like
Still, just be
defender
respectful.
programs like you'd see with Norton. If I were to give an example, think
I still
that's
don't know
what
what
this stuff is, the
ambulances are
viruses,
based off.
but I'm not 100% certain on this.
Uh,
Vero, task and a Vero. We get good RNG here first.
No.
We're gonna be grazing these as much as possible. Something I forgot to mention.
I just
grazing.
wish
You'll see
wasn't
I'm
like a-
trying to,
Chris
stay
isn't like a
close to every
male
single
name.
attack as possible, and you'll see the white
Isn't
outline
really
come
like
up every
gen.
single time.
I remember Zaf talking about
Let's
like
actually
there isn't
get this cutscene. We
really
have
like
a
gender
puzzle.
names in
We're
English.
just like, we're gonna proceed. We're gonna proceed.
Kinda is in Japanese.
We're gonna proceed one more time and push Noelle into the barrier. She gets cornered and she freezes the entire puzzle. And we don't have to solve it. Amazing.
Amazing. I keep
So,
saying morbid
grazing,
things like
I was saying before,
normal.
grazing is important in this game. It's even in the
Oh yeah,
like,
grazing.
the blurb that you look at when you get this game.
God, you get so much TP from the attack. 38?
You'll see in the left.
That's so much.
Goes up pretty quickly when you graze.
Then here I only
And
get like
What's also
9.
important, and more important for speedruns,
Get
is
so
that,
much from the cursor.
is that each graze saves 1 frame. Each time you graze an attack, it saves 1 frame. And each 30 frames
Thank you,
that you've
Zaf.
additionally been grazing those attacks. We freeze this puzzle, by the way. We don't even look at it. You save an extra frame for every 30 frames that you graze. Additionally.
Zaf cute. I don't
So
know
we
if they're
want
here right now,
grazing
but
as much as possible. And task attacks are amazing for that if they give you the right RNG, because you can graze like each of those 25
oh gosh. Ooh, the menuing is scary.
times. Like each attack in that
lag.
saves like almost a second. Which is honestly pretty
Zafio
big
linguist.
in a run where there's so
course.
much dialogue and so really little that can go wrong. In terms of like
Oh, yeah.
outside of big
There
big
was
mistakes
so
like
much that
getting
went
extra
wrong
frames.
with the
We're
next run
backtracking, by the way.
in
Forgot
between
to
the two
mention
runs, but I'll
that
talk about that when we get
right
there.
now. there's a little.
I really want to talk
boss
about it
here
right
that
now.
we have
We'll
to
talk
kill.
about that later.
Gonna
Gosh, the
ice shock
menuing.
all 3 of these. Luckily, we don't have to deal with the
Oh
notorious
gosh.
boss wheel.
The grazing 41! You get so much from that
Boss
attack,
wheel,
from the
known for
cursor.
being hard to turn, and pretty much RNG.
You get so much TP from the cursor.
But luckily,
The bad thing about that,
we don't have to
the bad thing about getting so much TP, that's like one of the attacks that you get the most TP from in the entire game. And it happens on when you have a moss alive and a different enemy alive. It also happens when you're up against Moss Wheel, except the thing is, against Moss Wheel, it doesn't matter because it's faster to spare, always. And it's faster to spare unless you have, like, Noelle with Snowgrave. And the cursor attack literally doesn't matter there, because you don't need TP to spare.
to deal with them.
I guess
this run.
pacify,
Again,
but like,
It's very nice.
it's still like only 32 anyways.
So we've killed every single enemy in this segment of the game. So we backtrack. We go down here.
Despite it also
and there's a
going
little
on like
wall.
5
Let's go
months
through
ago.
that.
Never seen the
like-
game,
probably like an
which is
overpass or
impressive,
something.
honestly.
Go over here. If you know
Looks
this game,
great.
you know
It's
that
pretty
there's a
fun.
dumpster here. There's
I
a
like how
dumpster
I'm
here, and we
talking
talk
to chat in
this
here,
dumpster,
even though
and
this
we
is
got
from like 2 days,
a
3 days ago.
new power-up that we'll be putting on
And then
pretty soon here, like right
this
now. It's called Thorn Ring, and we're gonna be putting on Noelle.
is just wrong. Just want to say that.
And what it does is it
I won't
gives
touch
us
it.
a new
I won't
spell
touch about it
abilities.
on that
It
anymore right
decreases
now.
the
But please
cost
just be
of
respectful.
every spell by half. Every spell that we cast by half. So, Ice Shock, which we've been using for 16 TP,
Oh
is now
yeah,
usable for
Thorn
8.
Ring. And then this was a gold
there's
split.
that
This was a
extra
gold
that
split, so even with the messing up there.
Snowgrave is usable for 200, and now it's usable.
Yeah, I let go of control and immediately started mashing.
Because we
And then I repressed it.
we see Birdly
Amazing.
again. Versus,
I
like,
got
we see
I
that
got
we're
bad
pretty
RNG
strong,
too, is the thing.
and he's like,
I got
"I
bad
don't like being
RNG
stronger."
with less grazing.
So we're gonna be.
Because I
strong.
got this
By the
attack.
way, the Thorn Ring takes out HP. It drains your HP, which is scary.
And then I cast a
casts
spell that you don't know.
Snowgrave. It takes all our TP. Cast a spell that we don't know.
Cast a
and
spell that you don't.
Namesake for this run.
She doesn't know. Snowgrave,
Can't
not
do anything.
Spellgrave.
Frozen in shock.
Oh god, the
Frozen in
bitrate.
shock.
The bitrate's so bad. Oh my gosh. It's 2245. What was my PB? Sugars then. Oops, that spoiled it. 2201. If PB was a 2201, this is a 2245, so still 40,
Physically
44
frozen in shock, and
seconds.
we'll be sending him over to Snowden Town for a little bit of a vacation.
Frozen
Hopefully
chicken.
We'll be seeing him again by the end of the game, but for now, he's gonna be gone.
Got frozen chicken
Off
in
in a
our
little bit of
hands.
snowy land. Noelle says she's feeling not good. She's gonna go home and go. Maybe get a little bit of rest. Hopefully she'll be feeling better later, and we'll see her later on in the run as
Yeah.
well. It's fine. We don't need her.
Honestly, like up to here, this is a
Without
pretty
her,
good
that's
run. Outside of
completely fine.
DJs.
It's all little
Outside of
frozen,
DJs and frame
frozen
drops.
in time, never to move again.
I don't remember if I messed up anything big in my PB other than
Go
like
into the
me-
mansion
shop
for this
menuing
example, because
and
we
stuff,
go
but
right. We go straight to the mansion. I'm looking at my splits right now, and that Snowgrave is actually a gold.
did I hit up PBs? I
Amazing.
don't remember. I don't think so.
Go over to the mansion. There's a big, long red carpet. That
I think my summit best is
presumably walk on.
3335.
Man, the Queen's
So-
Mansion is in a bit of an odd state right now.
I really want to get a sub 3330. Like I want to get a sub
For some
3333X.
reason, there's a bit of a minor glitch.
I want to get a
that
33
exploit that we use. If we open the menu
2x
boss,
more,
we'll
but
just
like
go to
not gonna
half
happen.
speed.
And then here,
And then we have basically the final boss, the PP's maze.
gosh, this is like
Each one of
so
these that we
bad.
hit loses us 8 seconds.
I hit 4 of these.
It is hard to not hit
1,
these.
2. Like this is basically RNG.
each one of these loses time.
I
And
think there's
we
a consistent
just
setup
eat
where
that.
you just don't stop moving.
And if we get bad placement, like bad subpixel placement, then there's not really anything that we can do. We just have to eat it.
This is so bad.
Not work. I thought that would work, really.
Like, literally this lost...
Optimally, you want to go
like
through
30
this game
seconds.
taking no damage at all, not hitting a single one of these. But that's difficult.
Like,
so we
to
hit
the door.
40.
It's 49.
Each
49,
exploit that we
right?
use, if we open the menu of the mods,
49.
we'll just go that.
04 to 49. 04 to 49. 04 to 49.
Yeah,
So that's
just
exactly 45 seconds. 22?
basically.
22 to 33. So yeah, that's 11 seconds, so 34 seconds of time loss just from the maze.
Hit these. Work. But that's difficult. So we hit 4. Loses
30
half a minute.
Yeah, 34
In a
seconds.
run this
Jesus.
short with this much.
I forgot about that. That was like not... Okay, so this wasn't
This
like
short
an
with
amazing
this much
run
menuing
in
and just
Mansion.
menuing, basically. That's a lot of time loss. So that hurts a little bit.
Oh yeah. Did I get
We're gonna
this?
keep going.
Yeah, I grazed the wall. I ran up to the wall.
Dodge these perfectly.
Whew, that was close.
Just barely outrunning it. And we see what we said earlier, a task manager. We roar and then we pacify and that'll just be the end of the fight. Very simple fight. Chris at low HP. That's fine.
Oh yeah,
We
Chris.
pacify.
Because we got a free
that's that.
heal, and there's no more battles
We go
after
and just
this.
Peek up right and we just do nothing. If we
So
had
Chris's HP
something
doesn't
else
matter,
to read
and no
off,
one
that
else's
would
HP
be
doesn't matter because they're not gonna die.
time to do that.
Absolutely, indeed.
I like how the blue orbs are hitting Chris, but not the other two. For some reason.
In addition to helping hospitals, they have provided over 200 games kits to domestic violence shelters all over the United
Alright.
States through their domestic violence program. These kits come with a fully loaded Xbox One with
Free lesbian skit.
appropriate games and are designed to create an inviting environment for young survivors of domestic violence.
I really
and they have
wish I
more
knew
about
what
the
was
domestic
going on
program
there.
on their website.
What's Shay doing?
So
All chapters, all
definitely,
watches, glitchless?
It's definitely a great cause that everyone has been
Nice.
donating towards during this first day of indiethon, and hopefully we can keep it going strongly.
I kind of want to watch that, but it's fine.
Absolutely. Raising money for a great cause. Go check them out.
Chris 2 HP, by the way, that's
And
fine.
now
We're gonna take
heading
more damage here
into
anyways.
The end game of this.
Sure, it'll be fine.
see.
You take more damage here.
Chris,
Everything's
Sue Hawk A
fine.
little bit scary, but there's a save point we can heal. It will be completely fine. We see we're on the roof of the Queen's Mansion.
I think
And we're
every
going
run
over
gets
here
this
contemplating
save point.
her life and talking about how there is. We're getting into a little bit of plot details here. The knight.
I wish
basically
I had
can
an
create
actual
dark
script for
fountains.
this,
And
but
the thing
it's
is,
fine.
Chris,
I'll
Susie,
stop that.
Noel,
It's probably loud
Bertie,
on
They
stream.
can all be.
I was playing with
they can all
my
be,
bottle
knights
cap.
And create fountains. So the Queen's trying
I
to
want
get
candy
Noel to
now.
do that
Now
for
that I
her.
talked about bottle caps, I want candy. I want like sour
However,
candy.
Here, Valse says, no, making a fountain will destroy the balance of light and dark, and that will destroy your world. And the Queen is like, oh, okay, I'll stop then. Which is not
Yes,
what
she
heroes
just
usually
stops.
do when they hear that. They're like, yes, perfect.
Also, Indiethon total
And the main
had like
route, this would
23k,
be,
24k views on this video
where-
alone,
Where Birdly
which I
would
think counts
try to
concurrent.
create
Like
one, Falco would try to create
live
a
viewers, it has to count live
dark
viewers.
fountain. And then Valse is like, no, and there's an entire 2-minute long cutscenes. Luckily, in Snowgrave, we don't have to watch that. Alright, and we're getting into the final boss here.
Safety safe because it's a
is-
marathon.
Very.
If I die, I go all the way back to the beginning of Mansion, and I don't want to do that.
Go to the dark fountain.
I was
Chris
wondering,
goes to the dark fountain to seal
for
the fountain.
Snowgrave, why did
Refill the
Shay
determination in your
save
body.
at the beginning of Mansion?
Not
Like, that doesn't really matter.
the final boss fight.
Well, Blossom's tabbing out because
We
they
saw
haven't seen the
Spamton
ending yet.
earlier, and we're gonna be fighting Spamton Neo. I'll be focusing a little bit because this is a difficult fight,
It is a difficult fight. I died twice.
and what we want to do is we want to
Boom,
graze as
boom,
much as
boom,
possible. This is where the
boom,
pink ribbon comes in
boom,
handy.
boom, boom, boom.
And
Oh, that
we
was
use
bad
it slash
grazing,
over
but that's
and over
fine.
and over until we finish the fight. Just deal as much damage as possible. These attacks are completely fine. This is
69.
fine. We graze as much as possible.
Four
Here
more.
we use a little bit of an
Gosh, you
exploit.
get so much TP for
That's-
grazing that attack.
And this is the glitch that I was mentioning that makes the boss very, very difficult.
And here you can't really graze, you just
Patch
do
made
that.
it so that he does about triple damage.
About
when you
triple.
use
It's like
this.
121.
And this is the most annoying attack and the scariest one.
This
I've
is
lost many runs
such a
with
scary
attack.
attack.
And you just graze the face as much as possible.
It's like
No damage, amazing.
60.
This is, like,
You get like
actually
60
really good.
TP for that if you do it right.
Destroy the mouth. We graze these.
Ow.
Of course,
Why did I
the
get
graze
hit there?
Makes the fight
And I took
slightly
the
shorter.
safety route.
We
I tried to
attack
heal,
once to
and
do
then
a
I
little
tried to
bit of
heal, and then the
damage,
heal just didn't come out, so...
a little bit of HP.
If I healed, this would have been first try. For some reason, the heal didn't come out,
Get
though.
the HP down to the right number. And
Like, that one was just mean.
But
And if I
that's
healed,
because
that wouldn't have done
the run's
120 damage.
Not PBable anymore.
It wouldn't have done
But
120 damage, I would have survived that.
I was expecting.
I think it's like 106. I literally would have just survived that first try.
I expected to die at least once.
And I'm like,
here.
ugh,
You do the same thing. Try to graze.
that would have been perfect.
There is a button. You can press.
Like, that would have been a perfect
heal.
ending to a marathon run. Just do spammed in first try.
80 health. Useful as a one-time heal.
And it was my mistake that caused it to not be.
The one heal that we get this entire run. We don't use any healing items or collect any healing items. We just X slash and X slash and X slash and X slash. And that's all we do in this fight. It also doesn't take a turn, which is nice.
And then I died
Little bit of
twice, and
trivia.
I died twice, and then I started like running out of things to talk about because I only had a script
A
for the
similarly
first
named
fight.
Enemy in, I think, Mega Man 4?
So I
Was it?
talked about the history of PPs and
Little
the
bit of trivia
backstory
for those of you that
trivia
want to know a bit of trivia about
for some
the
reason.
origins of PPs. Phase attack, once again, do that. Hopefully, don't take damage this time.
Ah. I'm so
Amazing.
close.
Attack once, you don't have to do much damage here. You just have to get an attack, because an X slash will do too much damage and send him into the next phase. This
Oh,
will send him into
God.
the next phase,
Did I take damage here?
and we'll be
How did I
doing
take
this,
damage to that?
defeating the heart,
And that one,
or not.
I could have just dodged
We
that.
defeated
Like,
the
I'm so
heart,
bad
and
dodging
then
that for some
died.
reason.
Why am I so bad at that attack today? Huh.
Usually I'm not that bad. I just have to stay in the center
All
is what I
fine,
have to
all
do.
fine. We were
And also
still
it's like
within
at the
EST.
end of that attack too, which is the worst
Just barely,
part.
but still within ESD.
Like, dying twice there is
Alright.
not great. In this
By the
one
way,
run,
if
because of
you
that
do
one
want to
overestimate,
join,
I think. Because no way I do this fight
the
in
speedrun community for this game. If you want to speedrun
like
this game,
15
we have this
seconds.
game. It's free, by the way. On Toby Fox's website. I think it's on Undertale.com.
Undertale.com? Is it
if I'm wrong,
Undertale.com or
don't- I
Deltarune.com?
don't know if you know that.
I don't remember.
But it's a free
It's
game.
somewhere on
You can
there.
play
It's
it
also on Steam and
on
Itch and
PC or
other.
Switch, or I think it's on PS4
consoles.
now, PS5 as well, PS Store. But
Yeah.
it's a free game. Check it out.
Oh, ESA
if
is
you
going
want-
on
if you're
now.
interested in speedrunning this game, there's a Discord
I was
server
really good at
for
phones
this. It's found
during the
on,
marathon.
the
I was really good at
it's found
phone
on the
hands. I didn't take
SRC
damage
page
once.
for Deltarune. It's on https speedrun.com.
Gosh, it took so long for me to say the
speedrun.com. There's the
URL because I was talking
/
about so many
Deltarune.
different things.
So check that out if you're interested. Let's see. There's a bunch of different categories for this game. There's
That was
this route,
perfect.
Snowgrave
And
route,
I
there's
actually beat it
main
this
route,
time.
And there's also all bosses. And there's runs for Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. So,
All
try to
chapters,
filter
all
both.
bosses is what
in the
Shay's running right
meantime,
now.
I'll be finishing this run. We just finished
Which
the hard
was-
part of the fight, and we just have to graze a little bit, act over and over, call for help,
Alright.
call for help, call for help, call for help. Spamton's like, no one's gonna come to help you. You are a bad person. And I would be
I was watching Shay's Beauty Gear run, and
then we
oh my
call for your
gosh,
help,
my
and
like
it's like, ha!
commentary
Lost my way.
mannerisms are like the exact same as his.
And then we do this, and we send Spamton
3326.
a little bit
My
of
PB is like
vacation card,
3359.
one-way trip
It's so this
over
run's
Snowdon,
like
over
not
with
good
your little friend
compared to that.
Falco.
Falco.
And that's basically the end of the run. We have about
And then
5
from
minutes of
here,
cutscene.
I think yeah, from here it's
and
just
that's it.
boring. I talked about like I didn't have content to fill 5 minutes, so I just like basically like pulled things out of thin air to talk about, and it was all like things that didn't matter. And then this is at like at 51:22 in the VOD. Hollow Knight didn't start until like 1:26 in the VOD. There was a like half-hour intermission. You know what? So part of it's because I was in 2 runs in a row. Part of it's because I was in 2 runs in a row. Part of it's because there were tech issues, which I don't want to say bad things, but it could have been solved by actually checking stuff before I was ready. Big tech hurdles.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Bingo-thon. I totally meant indiethon.
It's so soft.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back to indiethon. This event is sponsored by
there we go.
Team 17 and Chucklefish, and we are
There we
raising
go.
money
You
for
turned it
Child's
up.
Play. And you can find the links to donate by typing !donate in the
Yeah.
chat. With that said,
I like
here
watch
we
this.
are
I like
with
watch
Hollow Knight
this through
until
once,
the
but I want to like
match
watch it
Bingo
and have like a
Lockout,
recording of like
starring Sawayashi versus
what was I thinking when I did the wrong thing.
Just before we get started, I'm very happy to say that we actually got 2 donations. Firstly, we got a $20 donation from Blossom the
Yeah, I remember this.
with no comment.
Blossom and
Secondly,
Zaf
we
both
got
donated.
a $25 donation from
Yeah, they're in
Zafo-
chat. Floop's in chat.
Zafo
Nix is in chat.
saying, "Good luck, Sawa and Stacy.
Nuperdu,
Both of
I've
you
seen that
and
name
Tom
before.
Are cute." Smiley face. And this donation went towards the view the second part of the fruitless cutscene.
Oh, hold on. Let me do this real quick. I go back to my Twitch dashboard. Stream info. Change category to Hollow Knight. This should mean I should show up in the HK Discord now streaming tab, if I'm not mistaken. Or the now live tab, I guess. Let's do that here too. Alright.
So indeed, that incentive has been met for Astria Ascending. So, congratulations on meeting that. With that said, let's get going, and may I introduce here our wonderful comms.
Yeah. Comms were
Thank you so much. I am
Quack and Palm. So Palm's so soft.
Lockout race in Hollow Knight. I'm thrilled to be a part
Let's
of
turn that up to about here-ish. Tell me if the sound balancing is off. I can like change it. There's so many people that I know. Colette, Rix, Quado, Butchie again, Jason, Chaiko Uno, Melos, hello. Gosh, there's so many people that I just know from the Hollow Knight community. My brain. Also, look at the sync. Like, it's KP, but look at the sync. Why am I ahead? What happened? Did Staxis get Heartfall?
Such as the Rando Plus mod, which adds the ability to remove Squid and Gizmo's tier, the water and acid swimming ability,
Gosh, the sync.
from the game, and replace them with
God, the load times.
that allow for
Quack muted herself.
That may be the. I see Quack is muted.
Okay, yeah.
Hello? Quack?
We open the chest. This was with load normalizer. This is with
Okay, well, I can
12.
take
This
over
is
here.
with 1.7 second load normalizer,
Yeah, this
and
is a lockout
and
race.
Staxis
What
said
you
that
saw was King's Pass.
anything
It's kind
more
of
would be
the winners.
long.
King's Pass here. You see they already got...
And then I had like a
because we
2.5
are
second
randomizing
loaded
a
into
lot
Dirt
this
Mouth.
randomizer. If you do know Hollow Knight, the first 3 things that they got were the first part of King's Pass, as well
Oh yeah,
as
also,
the,
Staxis didn't take the
Lifeblood
bench.
and then Fury. So
I guess
Fury
you don't
would
need to
fall
take
under
the
charm that
bench.
they just got before quitting out there. A couple things to note about this randomizer in particular,
And then
and
you
how Hollow Knight has done randomizing.
So the Stagnant Stag there.
Because we don't want to soft lock ourselves or leave ourselves
Hold
in
on,
an
let's
area
turn up the
game where we
quality.
cannot
So
get
the
out
Stagnant Stag there, right?
We have something called
Gonna
bench
be-
warp, and this will be
let's turn this
highly
down to
used
480.
and used throughout the run. What bench warp does is any bench that you have sat at,
'Cause,
so
like,
you
it's
saw
gonna
that
buffer
they
like
actually
this if
waited
I
to
don't.
sit at that Dirtmouth bench, you can at any time pause the game and go back to throughout the run.
480.
What bench warp does is any bench that
The
you have sat at, so you
Stagnant
saw
Stag
that
there,
they actually
gonna be
waited to
useful
sit
for
at
where
that
is
Dirtmouth
it?
bench, you
Lord
can
Tablet and
anytime
Howling
pause the
Cliffs.
game and go back to one of those
This
benches.
goal,
So we kind of use those
right?
benches
This
as
is where
hubs of the game
we both
to
thought,
fast
oh,
travel
okay, that's
around,
Stagnus, we
similar
can
to
go there
something
now.
in Skyrim. Other than that, there's not too much different from the randomizer in the base game. We are on the current patch, so 1.5.70 something. I'm not exactly up to date.
157811827.
If you download Hollow Knight, it's that patch. And we are using what's called a QOL, or Quality of Life mod, which adds some nice
QOL
features
mod.
from previous patches, or just nice
So
overall
Staxis with
features
the
like stacks
killer
moving
whale
in
skin.
quicker, enemies talking faster.
think he
you can
always
master
uses
enemies,
killer
you
whale.
can inventory drop in the middle of a room, which is something we'll get into a little bit later.
Yeah,
but
the
it's
settings
from
I
an
think
older
were
patch.
life totems and
Alright, so the
Lifetimes
randomization
plus.
settings
Oh,
we are playing
Quack's gonna
on,
say.
are typically the standard randomized elements you'll see across Rando 3 and Rando 4. Some of the newer additions include soul totems.
Soul
which
totems
get
are new
randomized
additions.
into the world. We are not playing with grubs randomized, as it tends
Soul
to
totems are
drag out
new?
matches a little bit longer.
Quack is so
and
boomer.
looking at the board here,
Quack is rando boomer.
it looks like there aren't a whole lot of early game goals that we're going to see racers necessarily rush for. Buy 6 map pins from Izelda can be done as soon as the players get a stag, which you saw them buy from Izelda herself.
6 map
but
pins
that does
needs
cost a lot
either,
of money, and
that's not true, it needs either Tram Pass or Dream Now. Because by base you have 4, Stag gets you 5, and then Tram Pass gets you 6, would get you 6, Dream Now without Tram Pass would give you 7, and then you need 8 with all of them. You get 8 with all of them. That dive is so mean.
So Stagnus Stag here.
That dive was
is
so
actually
mean. Was that how long does Staxis get stuck when picking it up? Not at all. Staxis like picked it up and immediately moved.
So Stagnus
I
Stag
froze for
here
like
does
0.4
actually
seconds.
//
This is where I lose
follow each
time
other.
from having a bad
Stagnus Stag
computer.
by itself does actually get you a lot of progression. You'll see both the runners walk out here, and they will have access to all of Green Path, all the way down to Queen Station Stag.
I forgot I did
It
that.
also gets them access to, as you mentioned, that dive pickup. So that is 300 geo. They're only 50 geo short. My guess is that will be the first thing
Both
they'll
did
be
the
buying
pre-jump.
once they get the geo.
Max
There are other
pre-jump.
shops in the game, but dive is a very hard thing to pass up.
God, 2.5 second load.
Zergrush to read the lore tablet in Howling Cliffs. So this
Cliffs
is
lore
just-
tablet.
It looks like a quick execution race to start off, because from Stagnant Stag, you need
This
to
is just
to
loads.
reach the Howling Cliffs
Okay,
lore
so
tablet.
Staxis got that, and I immediately
Follow that
left.
gap,
Like,
and so
filled in the gap with
see
that.
Staxis with the early mark. And Sala moves right along to check.
Oh, you can do that?
Another
You can just go
stag.
on top of the platforms. That's smart. I'll do that in the future.
Yeah, this is one of the things that
Gosh, the sync.
either love or hate, usually hate, about lockout races, is if there's something very early, like if Dream Shield were on this board, for
Gosh, the
example,
sync.
or something like what we saw with the Stagnus Stag, right over to that lore tablet, it can get a little bit annoying. Cause
Oh my gosh, the sync. That load was good. That was a short load for me.
Usually that clears up after 1, maybe 2 goals, but there's enough variety in the randomizer and just in Hollow Knight. It's a
And I did the
huge game,
inventory drop.
where the runners will
I
most
think no
likely be
inventory
taking
drop
different
might
paths,
be,
and it
like-
will come down to frame differences.
It would be like, it's a difference of like frames, but
The absolute last thing
Oh,
you
the
should be
sync.
doing is running right behind your opponent.
my load
Guaranteed
is so
score
long.
checks and goals second. So usually once we get a little bit more progression, for instance, that dive is looking kind of lucrative, you'll tend to see the runners split up
God.
and try to guess and be where the other.
It's like a normal load too. That's the worst part.
Yeah, so great sync.
Yeah, they are at like the exact same spot right now. You can do this boss, which they're both doing without any spells here. It's a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit annoying, but it's one of the easier bosses, if not the easiest boss
Gosh,
in Hollow
Stax
Knight, and
is
it gives
having a little bit of
65
trouble with
which is going
VK.
to be enough to get them to that 300 threshold.
I've like labbed out VK
Boss
kills like
randomizer, yeah, it's just a
Oh,
soul
right.
refill.
decent amount.
So one of the newest randomizer features
Palm is
in
also
the
boomer
standard
rando.
preset, or the most common race preset is Boss Geo, which includes drops from Benchfly King, who we just saw, as well as a couple other early game bosses and some
Nice.
lucrative Geo rocks, the Crystal Guardians in
Get the Geo, of course.
but yeah,
Get
this is
the
something
Wanderer's
very
Journal. I don't remember what was here. I don't think it was important. Oh, okay. Yep, it was It was important. Also, how did I not get hit there? I just didn't get
So we
hit.
have Lurian. What Lurian does is it makes Infection in the Crossroads. It is one of the Dreamers that you do need to beat the game, although these
Infected
guys aren't too
Crossroads,
interested in
amazing.
beating the game right now. But it will make Crossroads very painful to traverse if they do have to traverse it. And like you said, Quack, it looks like they're both
Oh, I
gonna be
should
going
probably
right back.
look
That
at
Desolate
chat.
dies
Colette-
only about 2 or 3
Colette
seconds
said-
behind each other.
Seems like Stax has maybe a teensy load advantage. Is there a non-normalizer for 1.5? We are literally using a load normalizer. It's just not good enough. Oh, Dream Nail, that's gonna give. Oh, Dream Nail gives 6 map ins. Yeah, I like forgot about that entirely.
Way out of Crossroads, the Elder Balder can't be damaged by nail hits, and so you need one of a laundry list of items. Of which
Oh,
that
Staxis
is
just
one.
didn't check Essence.
But it also, in combination with the Resting Ground stag that both runners picked up, gets you into Right Side City. Since we are not
Yeah, I should have left that for
randomizing
later.
Elevator Pass, if I'm not mistaken.
Because I just...
This will get you.
Oh, I did all the
towards
checks.
The
Huh.
relic dealer, who's able to give you extra geo, as well as just a whole
Yeah,
bunch of the map.
City just gives you LAM access, it gives you Geo, it's so good. Especially with Dive.
Given the randomization of
And Swim and Elevator Pass. Which Elevator Pass, I was talking to someone about Elevator Pass last night in
the very, very right side of the map. It also
Elevator
usually makes it harder to get into right side
Elevator
itself,
Pass
Station Stag,
just
when
makes it
runners
harder
are
to get
going
into
down,
City.
'cause
And
you can't cross Blue Lake, which is a common method
I was
of
like,
getting
we
there.
should probably
But
add
they
that in
just
so
got
we can
Resting
get into
Ground
City.
Stag and dive right away, so they can go right to King Station regardless. And this is a pretty unorthodox start, actually. They still have no... I mean, no movement's a bit of a stretch, but nothing to actually go any
Yeah.
faster or traverse any differently,
No zoom.
I guess. If that's a
Neither of
term.
us have any zoom.
Yeah, when your early progression is stags and spells, it can feel like you've accomplished
Oh.
very little when you've opened up a fair bit of the map.
Sax is just doing it with
I
nail
don't think
slashes the
either of them
normal
have
way.
done anything past... I mean, yeah,
Also,
what happened is they
this
both
is
got
so
Stag
smart.
and because
Staxis
that Read the Lore tablet
went
was
and
on the
killed
board,
this Grey
they
Husk
wanted
Sentry.
to go there
I
right
didn't think
away.
of that.
And if you're going all the
I,
way
like,
to the
entirely
Lore tablet,
forgot
even if
about
you
this
don't
Husk
pick the
Sentry.
first, you might as well go to Green Path. So a lot of this makes sense. I could see people
Like,
going
that's
to
just
Crossroads
smart.
instead of
That's just a
Right Side
smart
City,
play.
because some of Crossroads is still on logic, but again, that Lurian pickup makes it not too appetizing.
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable.
And then it just went
though,
down.
that as we continue down this path and checks stay relatively profitable, the allure of
Quack said,
drops grows.
Saw requested 1.7 seconds.
Especially if we get
Low normalizer. And Quack's like, yeah, Saw's loads are like 4 seconds. Amazing.
Also worth noting with that Grubberfly's Elegy pickup, you saw the little
Ah.
parenthetical 3 by it.
Staxis took a
one
bit of damage.
the newer things that is one
Bit
of
of
the most
Geo.
fun, I think, settings of New
Oof.
Randomizer is the ability to randomize the
And I
launch
made
costs
sure to kill
of the
that
charms.
sentry first because I did not want to
So,
die.
In the case of Grubberfly's Elegy, it was the vanilla notch.
Rick says, what skips are in logic? I think it's only acid and swim skips, with not acid and not swim.
Stone that is either free or costs 6 notches.
Which I think makes them still out of logic.
Can really change your loadout as you move through the game.
Yeah, it gives you a lot more varied loadouts than you'd usually get. Usually it's like, okay, I have Dash Master, I'm equipping it, I have Shaman, I'm equipping it. And then, like, there's a tier list, and I guess Spell Twister would be next or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
It varies
And then
from
this
person to
skip.
person. But,
Of course.
changing
Which,
the charm
for some
option
reason, I
means
decided to
you
put
not
Dream
use charms
Wielder
that you
on.
commonly use,
And I'm like,
or
why
vice
did I put
versa,
Dream
start
Wielder
using
on?
charms
Not
that
Dream
you
Wielder,
otherwise.
Dream
This
Shield.
is a big skip from Staxis, by the way.
Wait, Staxis? What did
But,
Staxis do?
changing
Why
the charm
did he
option
quit
means
out?
You either not use charms
For
that you
bench
commonly
work.
use, or vice versa, start using
Oh,
charms
didn't get that?
otherwise.
Oh,
This is a
and
big
fell.
skip from Staxis,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah, I also love the Dream Shield equipped there. Oh yeah, that's rough. So, while our runners are trying to skip into the city, let's talk a little bit about the logic.
And I got it. So I'm ahead now. I'm ahead on getting to the Great House Sentries, getting to the big room, but also Staxis has a lead in already having killed one before this.
So they will never be required to perform any skips like enemy pogos or do.
And then I did that, right? That's one Great House Sentry for me. That's
get extra checks, and so having it forced by the seed is just a little bit unnecessary. There is, however, one exception to that. Because
That's one. That's two for Staxis. You see it on Bingo UI.
Acid skips are in logic.
Right.
So they could be.
And then I'm like, why am I doing Gorgeous Husk?
Because
I should leave that for later, and then Staxis just saves this grub, and that's enough to get 3. And I'm still at 2.
It's also worth noting, this stuff still is in logic, because while the enemy Pogo wasn't in logic, in theory they could still go back to Resting Ground Stag, go all the way down like you saw them do, and instead of walk toward King Station Stag, they could have just...
And then that's 3 for Staxis, so I
way,
started killing a second one and then immediately left,
still,
and went to Lem.
They're not out of logic yet. All these checks will be something to seed into.
I went to Lem to sell, because we have Lurian, so that gives us access from the Crossroads Hot Springs to Leg Eater, and buy out Leg Eater is the goal. Which is interesting because 6 map pins is also a goal.
Looks to be not too far behind on the moving towards some Geo, so Sawa may have to adapt their strategy a little bit in order to pick up some of these mid-game goals.
So for that was one or the other.
For Sawa.
And then
you hate to be in a position
Staxis for some reason quits out
the entire time and just a tiny bit behind them.
halfway to
This
Lem.
is an interesting quit out. I'm surprised.
I guess he went to check Leg Eater first.
Where he might be going.
Yeah, I mean, given Infection's existence, yeah, Infection also opens up a fair number.
There's
of
Infection, which gives us
bubbles and new
Leg Eater.
show up
Also,
there.
there's
Yeah, that's
Isolde
very
with
pleasing
Dreamnail,
and
so
fun. Could be,
it's just
eyeing
like,
the buy-out Leg Eater goal
what is the
and getting
play
a
here?
sense of how
I got
expensive that
the
may
Pogo,
become.
nice. Just like 5 seconds faster, probably.
I suppose could be setting
There's a
up
lot of checks
bench.
here,
Yeah,
too.
could be setting up a bench for Gom and Garpy journal entries, but generally, especially with a lead, good to distance yourself from your opponent geographically.
Yeah, there's a lot of checks here. It is out of logic.
I actually went and talked to Lem.
It's just interesting that Staxis went all the way to Lem just to kind of go back. The vanilla fragile strength, insane.
So close to properly.
Strength. This strength at Leg Eater is the one thing that like destroyed me this
another skip
race.
and very nice lead on. These guys are getting skips really well from Sawa.
Hey cutie. Hey Max.
Sawa pogoing off of the enemy there.
Things are pretty good. We're watching back the indiethon lockout right
have a
now.
little more money here. Unfortunately, there was nothing at Leg Eater to buy, so it won't really matter. And this is
Okay.
kind of the issue.
And
I
I
was
took
talking
off
about with Staxis, where Staxis is gonna now
Shield.
have to backtrack all the way over to Lem, which could be a bit of a time
Yeah,
loss.
Staxis
Could
went
start
to
putting,
Leg Eater and then
Sawa
went
in
to
the
Lem.
lead for these 50-50
Did get Gorgeous Husk though. Ah.
Leg Eater did not look too expensive in full, so we'll see if Sawa with the read. Good commitment from Sawa after losing the
Yeah.
Great Husk Sentry.
After
goal.
Husk Sentries, I just immediately went to Lem, which was
Rush Lem, make sure that Geo
nice.
up before they're moving to Leg Eater.
Because I was like, if we're gonna do Leg Eater, we should probably do that, right?
Check in the ceiling there that Sawa just passed by is.
Oh yeah, that.
because the game expects
The Soul Totem. I was like, if it's a Soul Totem, good. If it's not a Soul Totem, we lose like 0.5 seconds.
Quick check knowing that's useless for later.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. You can just upslash, and if you don't hit anything, you know it's.
I only know that because I was like labbing out
I'm not sure if we can
things
buy out Leg
for-
Eater
I think
here,
it
we'll
was,
see. I know strength.
fire the Epogo.
Wanderer's Journal is an absolute
Like Soul.
pain.
Yeah, the way the randomizer works.
And then for some reason I looked at Leg Eater and then warped out, even though I have all the geo I need.
Items like charm notches and pale ore,
And then went to like
very expensive when they get
Stagnant. I went to Dirtmouth, check what was there. Why did I
so seeing that
do other stuff?
journal hurts.
Not like buy out Leg Eater.
Yeah,
I
it
think I was
looks
like, ooh, I could buy this out, and then I never
couldn't tell
bought it
exactly,
out.
But Sawa's very close to being able to buy out Leg Eater. I'm not sure if they can entirely.
No, I
haven't
can
looked
buy
at
out
it.
Leg Eater entirely. Wait, yeah, wait.
Being on the back
I was like, ooh, strength, and then I was like, ooh, strength means I should probably check Grim.
That looks really quick to do.
And then map pins
And
is
there
an
you see
option
swim
I
being
just
randomized.
didn't go
Normally,
for
on the
some
right
reason.
side, Staxis would not have dunked in that water, but because swim is randomized, the knight can no longer stand in even safe water.
Yep, and actually, not too bad in City specifically. There used to be a phenomenon known as the loser pit. Because the game really
Oh yeah,
sets
Fluke
it
Nest
to have
Fury.
claws, by the time
For some reason Fluke Nest was here and we both skipped it because we wanted to go do the
fall
lore
into
tablet.
drink, there are some pits that you simply can't get out of, and you have to just bench warp away. So randomizing swim has drastically cut down on the number of loser pits in Hollow Knight.
Map pins is a much
Also
better
getting,
investment.
a
Yeah,
visual
but
find
also I
from
forgot that
Sava on the
map
left
pins was
side,
on the
just
board.
finding
That's the
Fluke
thing.
Nest, in the
I went
middle
to
of
I went to
successful for a
Motto.
little
I went
while
to
now,
I went to
but
Motto
not
because I
toward
wanted
any
to
checks
do
or any other goals, so it makes sense that they have to
I
check
wanted
that
to go
again.
through
But
cliffs
that'll pull it
and
back to
do
1-2
Grim, and then I was like,
story
wait, I should get strength before that and buy out Leg Eater before that, and I bought out Leg Eater,
Like enough. That's gonna be
but then I
bought out
accidentally
as
turned on
well.
no clip.
It is worth noting we did oh, cute little bit of bench storage there.
It's not bench storage. That's just
loads working for you.
no clip.
Um,
But if accidental no clip,
Dashmaster
that's
is
fine though.
unironically a pretty good
Dashmaster
bundle,
3,
but for later.
which I had on for the entire time.
Dashmaster is it requires dash.
I put it on anyways.
This is a
Quado's
long
doing
pause, I think.
SCSB. Well, let's go raid him after this probably.
Perhaps checking
Okay.
a log. Unsure.
Bapanada.
There still should be a lot of
Yeah, and then
lot of crossovers, right? I
Staxis
don't think
went to
we've
do
seen
map
a
pins.
False Knight Mound? Am I crazy?
Yeah, no, we haven't seen False Knight yet. Also eyeing a Zelda. Yep, we've got map pins.
Yep,
Need 6.
map
Quick
pins.
counting
Dream
aside.
now.
I did misspeak earlier. On top of a stag, you either want Trampass or Dream Nail in order to be able to buy out 6.
Yep, Trampass or
You
Dream
go
Nail.
for buyout 8, which is a different goal. But splitting the Geo goals even
And then yeah, that's so much better because that's like 650 Geo if you do it well. If you don't do it well, it's 730.
Any one runner super rich. But this is a pretty
Because the stag one's 100.
early progression.
Some are
It is kind of interesting
not.
that Sawa would choose to buy out Leg Eater, because I didn't think about it. But
And then, yeah,
it would be a lot
I
cheaper
lit
to
the
buy
Grim
Map
Lantern.
Pins, and there wasn't really anything useful. At Leg
With the
Eater.
Grim
I guess
Lantern
there's
because
a
we have
bunch
strength. We can go check
they could
Divine.
potentially want later.
Yeah, Fragile
Which is a
Sword
rando
is
4
nice, but
thing.
at 4 notches,
Gaslight, yes, indeed. This is literally Gaslight. I don't think there's Gatekeep. Girl Boss is on here though. Talk to Alicia.
Which, to be fair, I also did.
yeah,
But
that-
City
there
Crest,
is also
City Crest City Elevators isn't on here.
brand new in Randomizer 4.
Oh yeah, I put on strength and then look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this bait. Look at this bait. Also look at that load. Oh my gosh.
Slug as a
Hold on.
rando shop. Happy,
So-
marathon debut. The new randomizer added Divine.
God, that load. How long is that load?
Newest check that is actually brand new in Randomizer 4. So happy marathon debut. The new randomizer added Divine, the unbreakable.
5-second load. City Crest more like City Cringe. Oh my gosh. Like you don't usually use it. You don't like ever use it to get into City. Especially with Elevator Pass. With Elevator Pass you take Elevator. That was a 5-second load into Divine though.
Arms,
But like,
Keep Slug.
look at this. Look at this bait. The Mantis Claw. Mantis Claw 750. This Mantis Claw 750. This is the reason that I lost. This is the reason I lost this race. I saw this Claw and I'm like, I need to get Claw. Because there's no way Staxis gets this Claw, right?
As a rando shop, as Sawa has a bit of a load. And
Oh.
it's no
Like-
way.
So,
Sawa with
Palm?
his soul read.
Palm had checked the seed like before the race and was like, yeah. And he made sure that the seed was doable and not too cursed. It wouldn't go to like 2 hours. It ended up being like an hour, which is super good because the marathon was running behind.
So that is really bad.
He didn't see this one. He didn't see that claw. He saw the claw at Basin Soul Totem, which is much nicer.
for Staxis. Staxis could eventually buy that
Staxis?
strength. Again, Staxis does have the bench there, and strength wasn't.
I was like,
ridiculous
oh,
amount of money.
I saw that and I'm like, oh my god, this
It's
is
just
such a good
something that
read.
you'd have to both think to do and go out of your way to do for just the one.
And oh my
check.
gosh, look
Again,
at the
Claw
chat.
is maybe just
Everyone's
the
like,
single
Claw.
biggest item to find in one of these
And I'm like,
Shocked
thank
to
you,
see it
this
go
is
down
amazing.
as well. That's pretty funny.
And I immediately
Yeah,
want to go Salolem.
If Sawa had gone for map pins, well, I guess Sawa had to buy out Leg Eater in order to get strength. That's a bit of a catch-22. But if Sawa had more money, they would have Claw right now. Which is
If I had more money and I went for map pins instead of Leg Eater, and also got strength, then I would have Claw already.
So Sawa just hard
And that
hitting
might have won me the race. But like, look at this, okay?
Yeah,
On
actually,
Staxis'
2
side,
steps ahead.
on Staxis' side,
This doesn't work right without swim. Oh, okay, we're just poking up against Saluber here. So we will get to see Saluber's shop. This is also out of logic. We get some money, I
Right.
guess.
Yep. Also added with the
Look at
new, random
that. Look at that. There's a Mothwing cloak for 270. This is a much better use of your money in early game than to get a 750 Geo Claw. This is so much better use of money. Like, this is so bad. Like, also, where am I going? Where am I going? Getting this dash early on was super good for Staxis.
It is Salubra can require charms.
There's a cloak down here.
And it's accessible. Okay, cool. That wasn't quite.
And I have shop key. I could have gone to Lem. Not Lem, Sly. I could have gone to Sly, and I just didn't. And then Staxis is here, like, also got QG stag. So visit QG, cast off shell, that's the goal. So Salubra had a goal and a cloak, like a dash. That's like super good. I got a Wonder Journal, which is, it gives me more Geo for
Staxis is in the
Claw.
market, so that's a 4-2 lead. If you don't
And then look at
consider
me,
Claw the
right?
best item in Randomizer, you probably consider Dash the best item in Randomizer. So it's actually pretty cool that we're not yet technically, but we're.
It's
probably
pretty
going
cool
to
that we
see
saw a Dash Claw
versus
split.
Dash type seed. Sawa again knows where Claw is, but it is cost
Key stag.
750.
Look at this. Look at
and
what
Staxis
happens
has
here to
no
me.
idea where Claw is, and it's about 2 steps out of logic for him.
I go over this way.
That would be a hard thing to read. There also don't appear to be, at a quick glance, any goals on the board that are just like you have Claw and then you do.
Yeah, there's no goals that you rush with Claw on this board. And also this skip is like, I'm surprised that I got that. And then I'm like, oh wait, I need Geo. I think the main reason why I came down here is because I needed Geo.
There are some goals that are basically just get Claw and then go to.
And so I did that. I got Geo. Each one of these drops 18, so there's 48 more Geo here, which is super nice.
Yeah, there are goals here that like hard require Claw. Like get 2 Dreamers will hard require Claw.
And it's 5 nail slashes, 1 dive.
And as I'm looking, that might actually be the only one.
Get
Open the
quick
console
focus,
chest
no
very nearly requires
relics.
Claw. But none of those are doable with just Claw.
Yeah, I believe with not swim instead of swim, Oro
Boom,
Scarecrow will
boom,
require
boom.
Claw, 'cause you need to water
More
skip.
Geo, that gives me 195.
The water skips. Although
Next
I guess
one gives
there
me
are
203.
non-claw ways to get that water skip.
And I was like, I need.
We've also now seen a lot of
I don't
reds and
remember.
eggs, which
Dive down, which is fine.
Board. That is sort of a soft Geo
1, 2,
goal,
3,
because
4,
then
5.
rancid eggs have an unerring tendency to
Get
walk
all the
into
Geo,
drops.
save the grub, and then immediately leave. So, there, right? I left. I left and went down. Look at what Staxis does, right? Staxis also goes down. He has dash, by the way. So much faster.
Swinging the nail, and before the animation is finished, pausing.
Yeah, that grub.
Also, that
drops
drops slow. The drop that Staxis did is slow.
I don't know. Grubs are not the most efficient Geo, but they've also, both runners have sort of cleared around a lot of early game relics.
Yeah, there were
Also
no
loving the
good
overcharm.
relics. Okay, and then I overcharmed. I overcharmed for this, which is scary.
Charms, then you have notches.
But like, it's Falls Night. I'll be fine.
Walking around infected crossroads overcharmed is
Ah!
a pretty good way.
I
to
could have
go.
died with that nail slash if that nail slash hit.
So it's probably fine.
Yeah, there are some things that infected.
Look at Staxis, right? He skips the Maulerps, the Molex,
in the first place.
and then goes over here to the fountain, right?
4 damage, which would kill Sawa at this point.
And also, Hollow Knight Lockout.
Hollow Knight Seal there, which is just not worth. And a heal, 2, and look at that. Staxis goes down past the Molex, doesn't go to the Molex, and just goes down and gets Claw for it. So he has Dash Claw, he didn't even need to go to Divine.
Unfortunately for Staxis, dying to False Knight is a tournament winning strategy, so we'll see. What?
The double Claw.
So Staxis will get...
Staxis found the second Claw. I didn't even get...
Staxis is definitely in the lead here with 4.
Yeah, Staxis is literally in the lead. I need to get Geo for that. And he has Dash. I can't even get Dash. I don't have the Geo for Dash.
That's really painful for Salah.
And I'm just sitting here grinding Geo for Claw, and Staxis already has Claw. I'm like, what do I do?
That's like logic early.
Unless there's like a dash.
Also, I forgot that I had Dive for this fight.
But yeah, it really could get like a dash.
Oh god, Staxis, please.
Fungal for Leg Eater and Divine would be a delightfully cursed progression. You also see spawning Soul Totems out.
Oh,
of the
King's Brand.
armor, some QB.
King's Brand is good because that gives me Abyss Shriek check and Void Heart. Once I get
King's Brand for Salah.
Wraiths and King Soul.
So King's Brand
Wraith,
does
King
hard
Soul,
lots of
and
these. So
Shade
check
Cloak, which I
Void
don't
Heart
have Dash.
And get
but-
the Abyss Shriek check. You will need King's Brand to do.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So I think here I was thinking that 270 plus 400 is enough to get Claw, which is wrong. It's literally just wrong. Oh, and then that. And then look at this. Staxis goes over here and gets Grimchild. That Grimchild just gives you divine checks. You don't even need to go to Leg Eater. Not Leg Eater. You don't even need to go to
Grimchild
Glyphs.
for Staxis, so Grimchild also required for obtain Carefree Melody. I think that's like all of the individual things. I guess Vengeful Spirit we're still looking for. Defeat Broken Vessel we would need C-Dash or Wings for, which neither runner has currently.
Or glowing
I went and opened up the Grim Lantern. Just for Staxis,
Yeah, this should be Staxis
just for
going
Staxis
for
to
it,
get
open the
Grimchild.
chest in Crystal Peaks. That is
And I went to
quite
open
good because
up
it's a lot of
I went
checks in
to
CP,
farm
so
Geo
Staxis already finding Grimchild.
just for Staxis to
and
find a
it's
second Claw.
One of the only just guaranteed goals.
And I'm just
that
like,
you can go for
oh my
right now with
gosh.
Dash plus Claw.
You won the RNG? Absolutely. The RNG was so bad for me.
on the current dispatcher.
Honestly though, I kept it pretty close for the bad RNG.
Off the miner's axe.
Like, I didn't do anything, like, too cursed.
We'll have to
And
see
I
how-
didn't skip...
Like a little.
I skipped pretty important checks. I skipped Claw.
There's also a spend for KG
And Hidden
by the
Stag.
way, which we're getting
Hidden
kinda
Stag, which I
close
used to go into
2,500
Basin.
each.
Definitely not gonna find the
Especially
Claw.
Once Staxis marks Crystal Peaks chest, I would.
So, I got
really be
Sporgs. I messed up the jump once.
Sala, and you haven't, like, it
Just
would
fine.
be massively difficult to assume that Staxis found a different claw than you found, especially because
Alright.
of how expensive
Ooh.
Leg Eater was to buy out versus map pins.
And then I went to Queen Stag just for the bench, right?
Stress will be going on in Salva's head, unfortunately.
Oh yeah. Oh, I should be looking at chat. Five Rain
you
said,
can
where's
see
Claw and Dash?
green game
Zaf
for
said,
Staxis, just a
Cloak
lot
and
of
Saluber and
checks
Claw,
Crystal Peaks.
Divine. And then there's also a Claw in Basin, which is the one that Staxis got.
Geo for,
And I'm just like, ah.
Geo check for Staxis here, but yeah, Crystal Peaks is very well made, as well as having the fastest.
So yeah, I went to Queen Stag. He looked at the check there and then left.
Game radically transforms into
And then now I have enough Geo, because 440, and I only need 750.
Yeah, I
So
will
2 Wonders
say,
Journals gets me to 840.
It's a lot better now than it used to be. First of all, because they changed the goals around
And
a
that-
little bit.
that gives
over
me
the
a
past,
Claw.
3 years.
Once I get enough Geo.
And additionally, because Swim really helps that. There used to be a lot of kind of just Claw Kingdom's Edge goals. Now you need a way into Kingdom's Edge that isn't just have
Alright.
Claw, which is pretty nice.
Thorns.
Yeah, and also as I said,
Yeah, Staxis went for Peaks Chest.
necessary background context. Rando, Lockout in particular, is played with duplicate major items on.
Yeah,
So
major
there
item
is a
dupes.
second copy of every major movement.
And then I went like started going down, and then I'm like, no, I need to go to
This
Lem.
setting, we have a third dash,
I went over to Lem,
is a duped modeling of Cage Cloak, but this is
and I went to go
as
sell.
well as 4 Dream Nails in total and an extra piece of King Soul, Void Heart. 10 that's not to those last couple 10
By the way, I'm probably gonna watch this and then end stream. There's another like 40 minutes, so there's plenty of content, but...
And there's the Crystal Peaks chest mark.
And Staxis marks Peaks chest. And I was like, Peaks chest? And I was like, do you have, I was like, do you have Great Slash, or, do you have Great Slash or Dash?
Yeah,
Or-
I don't know what Stax's style.
or,
Staxis find Shade Cloak. Okay.
C Dash? And then Shade, and then finds Shade Cloak here.
That's a very content trait.
Honestly, this was the one saving
Trade
grace
War
for me.
is legally possible. Nosk is legally possible.
And then I overcharm. Why did I overcharm? Oh yeah, because I
Shade
wanted to get
Cloak
Claw.
Umu is legally possible.
Got it. Oh, if we see some cursed dive only Umu,
Dive only.
sounds
Oh
miserable.
god.
Let's go for it.
And then I got
There are a
Claw.
lot of things here that can be done.
And that's 750 geo down the drain.
To get their claw at long last. Absolutely trolled by this scene. Finding claw with the galaxy.
And then I was so smart, and then I got Claw, and then Staxis finds Claw. I found Claw, and then Staxis finds Claw and gets it like 7 minutes before I do because I needed Geo. And I like quit out from where Claw was
Hidden
too.
Station Stag there could
Let me
actually
check.
be
Let me
good
check.
for
Let me check.
Blue Claw now.
So
Finding claw with
I got
the
Claw at
player
2450. I got Claw at 2450. When did I find Claw?
to
Think of it. Longer stand in even safe water.
yep,
So
and actually so
Back to one.
it,
when did I find Claw?
yeah,
I think it was like right after this.
Yeah, that vine, the unbreakable
I found
armor
Claw
shop
at
slug as
1417. I found Claw at 1417
alright.
and got it here. So it took a good 10.5 minutes for me to get Claw, and then Staxis finds and gets it immediately.
Finding claw with the
With Dash, by the way, so I'm just at a big disadvantage. I farmed for 10 minutes for Claw.
I want to know which one was the intended claw now. This is very important to me.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Presumably Basin. Hidden Station Stag there could actually be good for Sawa in a way, because it could get Sawa over to... Oh, I guess Sawa would just find Dupe Claw at that point.
Yeah.
Never mind. Sawa needs one of the dashes.
I need a dash at this point. I'm like, oh, Soul Totem. So I don't need to do that gauntlet anymore, which is nice.
Here named after my co-commentator.
Yeah,
Random
Palm Relic.
lexicon.
Staxis up to Pawn Relic.
Generally,
Which I got earlier.
the community has all sorts of cute pet names for individual checks. Usually
God.
they are because someone messed up big time.
And then goes
Okay,
down. I'm in
for the
fungal too,
record,
like right
Palm
under
Relic
that.
Because May messed up, not because I...
What was I doing here? Was I like setting up? Was I setting up for mimics?
Messed up, or someone
I might have been setting up for
who
mimics.
messed up. And that's how you get immortalized in Hollow Knight Randomizer. Tell your friends. So now it,
Yeah, I think I
it's
was
sort
setting
of
up
gives you
mimics.
Sort of like calculus about how cursed of a goal are you willing to do. I feel like Staxis is much
Yeah.
more willing to do
So
cursed
yeah,
things.
I honestly just thought Claw screwed me over for the entire seed.
We'll see if Sawa
Without that
has
Claw, I
this
probably would have gone to shops.
I don't know Sala's comfort level or necessarily desire for cursed combat, but we will see.
Cursed combat is not my
Sala
thing.
wants to go for any of these
Unfortunately,
characters.
I would much rather curse skips.
Sawa is heading toward Deep Mist right now, so there are 3 mimics here. There is a goal to get 4 mimics. The 4th mimic, almost every time, unless you want to go into Kahlo, is going to be in Crystal Peaks and will require C-Dash.
Yeah,
I think it hard requires C-Dash.
it hard requires C dash.
Maybe there is.
You can't get there without C dash. You can't get there without Claw.
And,
You need
eggs or just that's
I think it's
seed.
you need C dash. It's either wings or Claw.
Dirtmouth shopkeepers are in fact littered with eggs.
Yeah, it's either Claw or wings and Cliffs access or KP access.
Or especially Staxis, because Sala had to cash out on Claw.
So if with KP start, which we had KP start, if you had wings and C dash, you could do that.
Yeah, the nice thing about eggs is if you can find some more relics to actually buy the eggs, you could get 4 eggs and 4k geo spent. Again, we're pretty close to that goal. In total, Staxis has 3,000 geo, and Sawa is already at like 3.5k, only 500 away from.
I'm at
Just,
3.5k
one
spent, but like
Hell in a Seal
I
would be
have
enough.
no
Especially
relics.
when you're behind, generally Geo goals
Also,
are
that
the
was
sort of thing
nice. That
are
was super tight.
quite quite obnoxious in Lockout because you really need them.
Stax is going up to set up for. Is there? Yeah, 2 Dreamers. Setting up for 2 Dreamers. Oh god, Rick's. Rick's copy pasta.
A bit unfortunate that Salah's probably in the position where if they come into some money, they may be eyeing that.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to lose that, even if it's.
And I just went down to get the bench because maybe I'll do Nosk later. Spoilers, I did Nosk later.
Or lockout can kind of even itself out because one person might be doing like early goals on the board when the other person might be getting progression items.
I remember
which
this
ends up
discussion.
with them getting mid-game goals, and then you come into this like 6-6, 7-7 tie.
6-6, 7-7
The
tie.
problem with this race,
But Staxis has 5 goals, I have 2, and Staxis also has Claw Dash, and I had to work for Claw, and Staxis just finds it, and I'm like, ah.
By that claw placement there.
Oh god. The copy pasta.
I like this one from Sala here. That is the Garpede journal entry.
Why did I get...
Like we're gonna go get the Gum
Soul.
journal entry here.
Oh yeah, I like immediately rushed. Oh yeah, that's why. I went down the bench in the hot springs because I wanted to do
Also love the Dreamgate placement from Staxis. That's Dreamgate
Nice.
is a waypoint that lets you teleport from anywhere on the map. In Randomizer with Bench Warp, that's usually a lot less.
Pogo, and that's a soul totem again.
Lem is
I think I didn't even need soul.
basically no benches, so one of the most common Dreamgate points you'll see
Oh.
in Rando is just right in front
Yep.
of Lem's shop.
And then I still need to get the journal, so I went to Green Path Stag.
the issue with that is you
Staxis
can
would-
no longer
Staxis
Dreamgate
got eggs.
around wherever you want to go.
Then that's 4
So a lot of
eggs.
times you'll just put a Dreamgate somewhere whenever it's
Staxis
convenient,
also
and
has
then go back to it
4k
almost
Geo,
immediately.
so...
But yeah, committing to having that Dreamgate stay at Lem.
Then I'm just
really
sitting here like, what are you
especially
doing?
for
Ah,
stuff like
help.
this, where we're getting eggs, and namely the 4K Geo
Ah.
for Staxis, now taking us 17.
Yep, and there it goes. And is Sawa... Did I miss something, or is Sawa holding goals again?
Yeah, I still need to go. Also, King Soul 0. King Soul 0 is a blessing.
So,
It's like so nice to just have 0-notch King Soul.
quick succession here. I can't imagine Sawa will try to delay.
Like, I think I put it on here. Yeah, yep. I put on King Soul and then put on Dash Master on top of it. Because 0 notches, I can just put it on for free. Staxis is going down to
Noting, just looking at
Deep Nest
these-
Springs
these
too.
goals, if Staxis gets C-Dash, Staxis can probably just push to win. Because that would be, I believe that would be Edge Access, which gets like 3 goals in here.
Yeah,
Okay, I can't
C-Dash.
count 2 goals in here. Anyway.
C-Dash would just be a
It
win.
also, there's also Immolation
Ah!
Shout of Sewer, there's also the Dung Defender sign, which are disgustingly similar. Like, that's very nearly the same goal.
they're very close to each
Emilicia and Dung Defender literally just...
other. Is necessary for
You can't get Dung Defender without Emilicia if you don't have Claw, but we both have Claw. It requires wings and a couple curse pogos.
ridiculously bad.
Neither Shade Skip or
Well of Soul is like pretty good.
either Shade Skip or Ismus.
Yeah,
Which we
Soul
have
is one
not
of
Ismus, so
like I was
it wouldn't
mentioning
matter.
earlier, where you really change your
Staxis is going down, get Mimics. Gets Mimics, right? I was like, oh, let's go over, and then I realized that getting the bench would be faster.
Because if you're in like a really bad spot or you messed up and you have 1 HP, you can kind of just stand in place for a little bit and heal if you want to be super baby about it, which I often
So
do.
at the bench,
Especially in
Staxis
some
gets the
more
Mimics.
alongside- Alright, Staxis also making progress on those 4 mimics here. It's worth noting that like you don't necessarily need
And then I went up to the journal.
C-dash in order to get to that mimic. So in theory, Sala and Staxis have equal luck at
Oh,
getting
yeah.
to that 4th mimic.
And I'm like, I can't go up
In
there.
practice, however, not having dash continues to hurt actually.
Yeah, the other issue is, I believe.
Gosh,
I could be wrong,
that's
but I
such a
believe
that's such a
Staxis
cool
has the
jump. I
CG
really like that
bench,
jump.
So it would be a lot faster for Staxis to get there.
Yeah.
The good news for Sala here is Staxis is going to waste a little bit of time going for these Gom Garpede goals.
Yeah, Staxis
where
went to
Sala's
Gom
already made
Garpede.
a lot of progress, so even
And I
with
literally
this,
just
dash
get the
deficit,
journal.
We can see Sal was already at the Hunter's Journal.
But it's not bad for Staxis either, because he can just go to Nosk.
We do not see a hold.
Yeah, I get the journal and I immediately mark it. I was not holding this goal. So I was like, yeah, Staxis is gonna do this with Claw, Dive. Because I was like, I knew that he had Dive and I knew that he had Claw, so I'm like, yeah.
He's with slightly
But also, Staxis doesn't seem like the kind of person that would do Nosk too early, so...
become a duplicated item. This is because of the egg shop.
What was I doing?
One of the most
Why did I come back to King Stag?
features for
Long now?
Gigi, the shade summoner in the vanilla game, is now a shopkeeper.
Did I go into Waterways? I think I went into Waterways.
In exchange for checks. So in order to not force as much progression to Royal Waterways, which is where the game really expects you to use your key,
6-notch,
there were just extra
Rix, please overcome your shop allergy. You have shop key. I have shop key, and you'll see later why this is
Staxis,
important.
Which shouldn't be too bad. Staxis is probably going toward Lurian here. So
Yeah,
get
Staxis
Dreamers
doing
one of those checks
2
that
Dreamers
you can
checks.
Put off for a little bit. It does take a while, but it is doable with just Claw Dream Nail. This fight is not the easiest with dive only, but if you're gonna only have one spell, you probably want
No soul.
dive for Watcher Knights.
Why would you start this fight with no soul?
Any percent speedrun, which does them with Fireball only, which is the most common
Ah,
slash
God, this is certainly the RNG ever.
It is very common.
And then I'm going with the Spire too,
Browsing the help channel recently.
which is fine.
Sawa
Like
also
going up to Spire is fine. I think I was still going to Waterways.
Even if Sawa gets Watcher Knights first,
I didn't
which
even
highly
go
doubt
to
happens, there's no way Sawa gets 2
Watcher
Dreamers
Knights at
first.
all.
Yeah.
This could be a lot
Like
of
this
wasted
was
time,
calculated. I
unless
was
there's,
like, if I
dash
get
up
this
here,
bench, I can
then
go to
you
Watcher
can
Knights
up
later,
here.
and I'm also going to go to Waterways. Also back rolls.
Just come close to locking this game out.
Yeah, so we can't check unless they don't have
Alright.
like wall cling storage is illegal, right? Yeah, without C. Anyway, what was that?
Nice.
They can't actually check Monomon yet, so they can defeat Umu or they can check Hera. Checking Hera is painful at the moment without Lantern, and even more painful for Sawa without Dash. But this Watcher's
Oh jeez.
fight makes me think that it might be what Staxis is going for.
Yeah, I mean, it is, like, oftentimes in rando, unless there's something in particular drawing you to it, Watchers is the sort of thing that you put off when you have
Yeah.
spells.
Nice fight. I go up to get this bench and then I go down to Waterways, I think.
I'm curious why this is the first goal of the
The
current
thing
goal.
is,
I guess I'd
look at my
probably
geo
choose
count.
them.
Look at my geo count right now. I didn't notice that when I was
Yeah,
doing
there's
it,
Nosk,
but
there's Umu, but Watchers. The thing is, Watchers.
I
is
don't
like a
have enough
dual
geo to
almost
get
everywhere.
Vinohala
So
Seal.
I imagine you don't do.
I don't
Watchers
have enough
unless you're
geo to
playing
get
both.
the bench.
Although
Like
we
unless
did
you're just holding Watchers for a while.
Yeah, we also did see Distant Village Stag earlier. So
True.
if Staxis
Oh,
breeds
true.
and goes for the Umu one too, and
Yeah,
Sawa
being
rushes
lockout is just
Hera,
1st to 13.
might be able to snake the goal, but also Sawa looks like unclear. Unclear what
Fragile
the,
greed.
what the game plan is here for Sawa.
And then I just skipped the bench because I'm like, I don't have enough
Sawa
geo
needs
for
to get
this.
some- like Sawa needs to find C dash before Staxis.
I need to
hands down.
find C dash or
Otherwise
else I lose.
It's gonna be too much of a deficit, if not just 13 right away. 13 goals being the amount you need to win.
I have 3 goals though. I have three goals with no dash, which is honestly pretty good, I feel like.
You mean the intended?
I mean, I believe it's intended, but it's no less hilarious.
And
And yeah,
36
Distant Village
minutes
Stag. I
in.
completely forgot they had DV Stag, but Distant Village Stag is the fast track to Hera, which makes a lot of sense.
Oh yeah, and then
why,
you fall down here.
Staxis was doing Watcher Knights. It all makes sense.
Taxis goes down, gets the soul refill, and then goes down.
I love this check. There's no way that you find that casually, in my very biased opinion. But there's a soul totem down there.
And then Palm just like forgot that swim rando was a thing. So you don't have to get back up now.
Thank you,
That's so
Swim.
funny.
And it's honestly like really good. It's really nice. And then I talk to Tuck, right?
Yeah,
Talk
I
to
don't
Tuck, that's a
understand that
goal.
soul totem. It's like a consolation for if you fell off those platforms. It's like, well, this is unfortunate, but it's like a getting
that's a
over it
goal.
type thing. It's
I was
wow,
like,
you really
Staxis
lost
can
a
do
lot of
this.
progress.
And then
Have a soul
he didn't have a simple key for a good while after.
Leveraging their simple key well to grab talk to Tuck. I don't know if Staxis found a simple key.
World sense.
Staxis had, he
Amazing.
must have chosen
Ah.
this over 2 Dreamers, but going to Staxis
And
gonna
I-
wrap up Hera in short order.
Instead of up slashing, I dived, which honestly diving was
I don't
scarier.
exactly remember where Sawa found their simple key, but I'm pretty sure it was somewhere that Staxis
Especially
had
since there's a
not gone
bench
for
right here.
some
My
reason.
last bench was King Stag, and
I
without
don't really
horizontal, that's just a
Sawa
slow
also
trek.
Absolutely flirting with death there, diving so early. with the iframes just barely lasting.
Inspect.
Bellfly exploded.
Oh yeah, what is
That
this?
is also a
This
double
is,
enemy, so that
Rancid
was
Egg.
death for Saw.
That's my first Rancid Egg, and I'm like, how did Staxis have 4? Apparently,
Yeah, it is
Zelda
worth
had
noting,
2, and then
because you're
I
playing
think
really
Sly
well.
had 2.
Like, outside of Sawa getting
Ooh,
unlucky,
dinner smells
the
good.
actual movement and gameplay and logic is really good.
Yeah, and then I went down to Fluke Worm Totem.
Entirely outside of their control this afternoon.
So I'm like, this is a good check to do, right? We have Dive, we have a simple key. And then I remembered that Water Race is entirely out of logic, because they need 4 keys for that.
At this point, it's unlikely that grubs are anything too spectacular, because we've seen most of what we need to see.
Some skill levels very high in rando. Both runners are. Thanks, staff.
It's still the moral imperative.
Alright. So I go. I can't do the thing.
Makes a lot of sense here, actually, especially
I can't-
for Sawa, who needs to find something.
I can't do Fluke Worm, so I just open the shortcut. No, it can sense the world
Some
exactly.
weird check that just gets
Staxis
the
can
dash.
sense the world
So
with
Sawa just
world
drills
sense.
Staxis the entire rest of the race. Staxis is going to be faster and already has more goals.
Yep. All right. Both runners look at trying to consider where to go. I imagine.
Yes, everyone's saying estimate 130. That's so sad.
We were hovering Grimchild. Yep. All right.
Oh yeah,
so,
Staxis.
obtain Carefree Melody.
Staxis going to check.
Carefree Melody is not randomized as a charm because of how
Thing.
obnoxious it is to get.
I don't think he just. I think he just didn't know what to do.
Obviously, first you have to have
But
Grimchild,
yeah,
so
you have to have it. You have to have it equipped to go look.
to Brum in this
Went to
village
check.
where Staxis was a
Oh,
little
there's the shop key.
banish the Grim troop and then talk
And
to
look
them
at this, right? Look at what Staxis gets here.
Dirt Mound. So
Staxis gets.
Grimchild is required for that.
Look at that. Monarch Wings for 100. This is why I should have checked shops. Because there's a dash of wings in shops. With dash wings, I wouldn't have needed claw. I would have needed it for what is it called? Dreamers checks. I would have needed it for Emilicia. There's really nothing else that I would have needed it for. Umu's a goal, so I would have still done that. Carefree Melody is definitely doable. Broken Vessel's doable. Dung Defender Sign's doable. Tiso's Shield is doable. Shriek Check is doable. Nothing of this needs claw if you have dash wings.
Which I believe only Staxis has found the actual Grimchild. Oh no.
Oh my.
And then, yeah, that's GG.
Staxis now finds
Wings
shop
have
Skill
has
immediately
wings.
Is going to
Sawa
be able
not-
to.
oh,
Wait,
no.
Sawa didn't check Lem then. Oh, because Sawa hasn't been to Salubra because Salubra had dash.
Yeah, I just never went. I just never went to shops.
Sawa
Period.
getting absolutely played a fool by these shopkeepers. Yeah.
I
and
literally,
as soon as
if I went to shops, I would have
Broken
won.
Vessel is not a particularly difficult boss,
'Cause I could have gotten
the platform
dash
to
wings.
Broken Vessel is kind
And
of
then I would have,
obnoxious.
and then I probably would have skipped
If you
claw
don't have Sea Dash or wings, you have
until I got
to
enough relics. If I got enough relics for claw, I would have gotten
get
claw.
the Broken Vessel, but as soon as you
But I wouldn't have like rushed for claw with dash wings.
that becomes a no-brainer.
I hope you get over your shop allergy. I think I've gotten over my shop allergy. Thank you. I've started checking shops a lot more after this.
3-1. It's really painful for Sawa here. The good news is Sawa is very close. Sawa's gonna get the second claw, by the way. This is
Pain.
very sad.
Pain
Pain.
incarnate.
Sawa
Pain and
is very
suffering.
close to having the other two movement abilities by just
I
checking
was very
shops.
close to having the
Like if they get
next
one,
two
they
movement
probably-
abilities.
Yeah, especially 'cause Salute-
But I never went to go check
I
shops,
don't
you know?
even think it's like, you have to go all the way to Lem to get your wings, and I could be doing goals with Dash Claw on that time.
Also,
Like, it
we had
is-
the thing, something that I wanted to mention.
Also, wings I think were only 100 or something. Dash
I
might have been a
feel
bit
I
more.
still think we should have used my audio for this and not Staxis's.
Dash was a little bit more expensive. and
Just
Sawa
because
found
I had game audio, Staxis
more
didn't,
pain by grabbing this toll bench
or
right
game music,
Staxis is-
and having the music would have been
Are
nice.
we going to her?
It's fine though.
I believe in this
Yeah,
Salubra
they were like, I believe we're gonna go to Salubra. I saved the grub. I could go down. Nope, I went up to peaks.
can't take this low.
I think at this point, what did Staxis do? I think Staxis like started marking like Dreamers checks and stuff. Gamate rewatch. Thanks. You're just watching back. It's all in English too, so. But I'll also like once this finishes, I'm probably gonna end stream. Status marked Dreamer's goals or Dreamer checks and stuff, and I'm like, there's no way you did this without dash. Cause he marked Peak's chest, and from there like he started marking goals. First time you write that by yourself. Oh my gosh, nice. That's cool. Yeah, Staxis marked Peak's chest and then started marking goals at like breakneck speed, and I'm like, there's no way you don't have dash. And when did he start marking goals very quickly? Once he got see Peak's chest. So I'm like, there has to be a dash somewhere in Peaks or something, right?
Going elsewhere entirely.
I was like,
Peaks? I wonder if... So what could have happened here is Sala has seen Staxis mark all these goals.
yeah, okay,
Sala
I was gonna
like,
say it.
Staxis is simply too
Why did
fast.
I walk into there?
So Sala might think Staxis has dash, which is correct, and might think that... And now Sala's trying to search for where Staxis found it.
Exactly.
The first goal that Staxis marked here was the Peaks chest. So Sala thinks that dash is near the Peaks chest, which is actually...
Fun fact. I think this seed had VS in Ancestral Mound. Also everyone talking about my shop allergy.
Still correct, just a different dash.
Yeah. I was about
Yeah,
to say, it might
I'm gonna
be
end
an
up getting the
unpunished
second
result.
dash. I like checked to make sure I couldn't get that rancid egg.
This is Grimchild. I don't know if that's possible. If it is, it's hard.
I think you need at least an air stall to get there. Dash is what's logical.
Just use dash slash.
Oh gosh. Staxis
Not Dash Master, surely that's enough.
doing the swim skip to
Alright, so Stax is going
Oh,
for the
right,
water
this-
skip.
into here.
This
This is out of logic because we don't have swim or not swim.
Staxis is taking
But-
damage here, so.
Also, this is easier with claw and easier still with an air stall,
This is a very
which neither of us have an air stall at this point. But
You could also just die here and use your shade. I'm
Ah.
pretty sure.
Yeah. Maybe it's that, but then you wouldn't heal. Yeah, no. Staxis regrouping. With air stalls, it's possible to like sort of dash under that gap and then wings air stall to make it around. I don't think.
and then
I've seen
Moth and
the
Cloak.
air stalls
How long was that
regrouping.
pickup animation?
With air stalls, it's possible to like sort of dash
Uh-huh.
under that gap.
I just
and
wanna
then
see.
wings Air stall to make it around. I don't think I've. seen
0.5 seconds. I lose 0.5 seconds on every single major pickup. Like skills, King's Brand, Dream Nails, Dreamers, White Fragments, and also like Collector's Map, God Tuner.
There's the water
No,
skip.
that's a nice skip. That was at a.
And then look at me. Right? I get dash and I immediately go to Nosk.
Sala can claw their way back, or I suppose more apt is dash their way back, and yet smart move to go to Nosk. Oh, that's Wraiths. That's
Oh, Stax has found Wraiths in Edge. Doesn't have King's Brand because King's Brand is at King's Brand was at, what is it called? At False Knight.
But thanks to some jank geometry on the
Also, this is LG% skip. This is like a very, very tight jump.
here, so having a bit of difficulty for
I got the wall cling and then I didn't
So-
get the wall after.
My fear here is that I think
Stax has
Staxis
found
can
not
probably
swim.
win via Trader Lord, Tiso's Shield, Aura's
Nice.
Scarecrow, and one other. I feel like
Thanks to some
with this
jank geometry, the
access to edge,
willingness to
that's
check
probably
shops.
enough for Sawa to just rush goals here for 13.
Yeah, oh,
Okay, there we go.
making the skip and then getting one slash and falling by the wayside.
And Staxis, what is he doing? Probably going
That's a nice skip.
to upper edge, right?
I don't know, maybe Pale or Nosk is gonna be huge.
Oh yeah, I have Dash Master on, by the way.
Nosk is C dash, is duplicate C dash.
C dash would actually be so helpful right now.
Yeah, that's sort of
C dash is probably.
Wait, no, he went from above. I see.
Yeah, I think at this point it's basically the only thing that would realistically keep Sawa in it, because that gets you the waterways goals, which are two very, very quick ones.
Yeah, Tram Pass would give me
Vengeful Spirit would
waterways.
actually be great, because you can still like spike tunnel into waterways with Vengeful Spirit.
It would give me waterways if I had C dash.
Obtain Vengeful Spirit. With
No, it wouldn't. I wouldn't need C dash. I would need C dash to go to
I'm
Isma's.
sure it's possible.
I don't need C dash to. I would need C dash. Never
I've never
mind.
seen it done. A race first.
It does
Staxis did Aura Scarecrow.
I
am I doing Nosk? Like, this is not the play that I should be doing.
Yeah, I think you need.
Like, I could do this with a Shade Skip. I could do this
I like
dashless.
the equipped quick slash, by the way, just to hit the statue faster. Respect.
I mean, that is
Oh god,
the,
Nosk going to the ceiling so
scarecrow
early.
that
Also, there's a safe spot to the very left while he's in the ceiling, while they're in the ceiling,
Scarecrow, it drops to
where
Great Hopper.
Nosk just will not hit you.
In Rando, that number is
I don't think it exists on the right side, but
go play
So
for
no-
yourself. I encourage everyone to hit that Scarecrow.
No Tiso shield. I like the Dreamgate usage with this
Oh,
as well.
Tiso
It's nice
shield.
to just get a trade.
oh,
and
Tiso
fuck
shield.
with
I think
this.
that's what Staxis was
But no
doing.
Tiso shield for Staxis. I'm watching Sawa now. This is
Yeah,
what
I'm
I mean by
afraid.
baby healing.
It's King Soul's
This
good
is-
work.
Yep.
So, for those
Oh,
of you
what?
maybe blissfully unaware of the Nosk fight, Nosk wins a special place in my heart as just the worst.
Quack.
Especially with a loadout much like the one Sawa has right now. 'Cause
God,
as you've seen
dive is so
already,
bad.
Nosk likes to hide in the
This
ceiling from
Nosk goes into the
time to
ceiling.
time, and if you don't have
Oh yeah, okay, you can't heal on the right end. You just have to go at the very, very right end.
You cannot touch Nosk, and he will run around in the ceiling,
Ah.
bullying you
No damage.
for what feels like forever. And yeah, so with that
And dive
race,
didn't
where,
matter.
race and wings makes it free. So yeah, this is two very quick goals from Staxis.
And then sometimes
I
you just get
completely
hit
forgot
there.
The air stall getting into here. Yeah, that's so good.
I didn't go all the way to the edge. I need to go all the way to the edge before I heal. Understood? Because I saw that there was a little gap there.
You know, since we're really reaching, into the second half of the match and it's really getting fastly paced, I'm just thinking.
This is the second half of the
we are
match.
less than
We're at
40
11
away
goals.
from reaching
Emilicia is
$800
12.
For a child's play. So I'm thinking,
Why did he-
can we reach it?
Why did
before
he
the end of this
Orb out of Emilicia.
At least according to estimate, we have about 45 minutes left. But at the pace things are going, who knows how that could turn out?
Yeah, this is gonna be a lot faster than
But that would be
45
absolutely
minutes. This is like
amazing if
5.
we could reach $800 for child's play before the end of
So
the run.
we made a submission.
Eventually,
We did a
it
lockout for a
is an
submission
absolutely
video,
great cause.
and the submission video was like
So,
20-ish.
let's keep it going and,
No, it was like
let's see how things
49-ish
go.
minutes.
Yeah, that was an
It was like
absolute
50 minutes, and then
knife twist from Staxis there, warping away before Emilicia, knowing that with the mark on.
oh, and then I'm finally going to shops. I'm finally going to Salubra.
Until they absolutely have to.
I guess. I'm so confused why you don't just do a militia while you're there.
Oh, there was the
I think
thing.
it's more to send a message than necessarily possible. But
I'm at such low
with,
health.
with all respect to the $800 milestone, which I'm trusting all of the Hollow Knight Rando community in the chat to be helping us reach here today. I don't
Quack,
think
oh my
it's gonna
god.
Take 45 minutes to get to the end of this run.
Well, we saw we were behind on estimate, so Staxis just decided to find all the progression. I respect it.
Yeah, I finally save Sly and I go to
will say,
Salubra,
kind of as a
right?
note of what we were talking about earlier, where Claw can kind of get you a lot of goals. Because of all these Kingdom's Edge goals and all these kind of tricks you can do with wings, it's turned into not just Claw, but when the progression lead is this much, where you've had dash for 20,
And then-
30 minutes more, and
yeah,
you
I
have
saw-
wings versus no
I went
wings,
all the way down.
That is where the progression really makes.
And then I
itself
found
known.
Shade
You can
Cloak,
do all
and I'm
of
like,
these
oh
goals
no.
Pretty much anywhere in the
I was
map
like, oh
with these
no.
three
And then I have
abilities,
260 GO, so I'm
unless
like,
you die.
sure.
Yeah, especially this Great Hopper back here.
And then I
is,
killed this
not-
with a damage tank
although
and went to go get the dash. Then I finally marked
Yeah, so it
Nosk,
looks like
because I was
the
holding
path
Nosk,
we're
because I was
on
like, there's
right
no
now
way
with
Staxis goes to
looks
do
like the path
Nosk.
is gonna be Tiso Shield, and then
Because that's so out of the way and
I
so long.
imagine they're just
Especially
gonna
without
check
Shade Soul.
Nosk, their defeat Nosk mark.
And there's
I
no way that
imagine the
there's
last
no way
one
that he
is
has
gonna be,
Shriek, right? Because I haven't found a
swap-
single
wait,
Wraiths.
No, I just said that. To talk to Militia.
Then I want to do check Void Heart because that's a goal,
13, even if it was just like completely forgetting it in the first place.
even without Shriek or
We
Wraiths.
are very close here to the end. So that's Hollow Bench. I think Staxis, still has some Tiso quests to do. So in order to swat Tiso's shield off his corpse, obviously Tiso
Yeah.
first has to die.
Zav,
That requires
love the
lots of
variation from
complications around
50-minute
that.
lockouts to
Then
2-hour plus lockouts. I've done both.
And the last one is
The one that we did for practice before this was 2 hours, was longer than 2 hours, and we had 2 random obtains at the very end. And I don't have wraiths.
so
Also,
we're almost
$39.99
on the
spent.
line. Like,
It's
Maximum
amazing.
To go into Colo and then leave and actually swap the shield. There are honestly a variety of choices for Staxis to finish with. I would appreciate the Trader Lord content.
Trader Lord would be some content.
Simple key.
We'll see.
Just doesn't really give me anything at this point.
His final choice. We'll
Ah?
segue into
We went to the spikes.
wrapping up the run a little bit.
Ah! And I took damage.
Green Gate out of Colo instead of
And that was also
Yeah.
scary. I could have just
That's
done that.
At Tiso, yeah.
beautiful. Chef's kiss.
Hold on. I want to see, like, how...
Dream Gate out of Colo instead of
like, right at Tiso.
Yeah.
Amazing.
that's
Well, at Tiso, yeah.
beautiful. Chef's kiss.
And then I checked it. I don't have to go into the Void Heart cutscene.
King Station. This is probably talk to a militia.
And then... I did get 6
This is the
skulls,
point
though.
where if you're Sawa, you just kind of don't want to be Sawa.
Yeah, I've like
There's not
entirely
much to
given up
say.
at this
I
point.
mean, we had the lockout tournament, of course.
'Cause I was like, why did you not do a militia? Like, that's literally going to get you the win.
Played a fair deal of
I don't have
Lockout, and
wings
everyone
either.
knows- at some
I
point
was
or
just
another,
like,
everyone knows how it feels to just be,
Staxis was like
for lack of a
hadn't
better
marked
word,
militia, so
completely
I could have.
different in terms of
I was
goals.
like,
It is not
he
a
might
fun-
be going for like something that I haven't done, like that we could both do, like Umu or Trader Lord.
We got $10.
Especially since I have Shade Cloak, and he might think I don't have Shade Cloak.
We indeed can say that gets us
So,
closer
or
to
I
the
wouldn't be doing that.
$800.
So he might be going to
We're
Trader Lord or
now
Umu. So I was like,
$771.
I'll go to Umu and try to
So,
race to that.
here, the pace is getting really quick here, so
And
there is still time, but it's running out. So
there's still
let's keep
time, but
going.
the race is gonna be done in like 20 seconds.
We are at we are at the last goal right now.
Yep, and
We
Yeah,
did an instant
and
finish.
I just went down, try to go down to Umu.
perhaps my favorite
Girl
goal.
boss, yep.
It's
We
Real
did
Emilicia, displays herself
Gaslight
in
and
square
Girl Boss.
one.
No gatekeep. We didn't even find.
That is the talk to Emily.
We didn't even find the thing. I'm pretty sure.
Uh,
City Crest. Yeah, GG.
Well, it happens sometimes. I'm
Sometimes
sorry.
Petunia,
Sawa.
the emotes, Colette, and Blossom with the.
be like that.
Is this? Oh, this is Claude emote, and this is
sheer
a
amount of,
Math emote.
on that second claw.
Amazing. This could have been closer if I went to
Do we have
shops.
time? I know the
Or we went to Peaks earlier.
So we can just end
but-
it here if you want to. Otherwise, we can
Yeah.
drag them in for an interview.
We did the interview. The interview was boring.
Do a short post, so let's get.
Yeah, it's getting a little late. It's like dark outside. It's night. I've been going for like 2 hours, which was about what I thought it would be. Maybe a bit longer, but yeah. We're gonna end stream here. Thank y'all for watching. Thanks for coming by. Normal scheduled content resumes shortly. Probably gonna do a Japanese stream, and then I might do a random charm order run on my own on stream. I'm not sure when I'll do that. I've also been doing some all skills, so I'll probably do a bit of that as well. What do we? Let's raid Quado. Quado's doing TE right now. Soul Catcher Steady by CBT. Unfortunately, not Shade Soul route, but yeah. Both of us run TE. I haven't been running TE very recently, but yeah. Thank you all for watching. As I said, normal content resumes shortly. If y'all wanna catch my streams. Also, wait, before that, watch out for some announcements on my Twitter. Twitter.com/SawayoshiYT. I may be in a Japanese speedrunning event. The people running in that get announced today, so watch out for that. If you want to be, again, that's Twitter.com/SawayoshiYT. Be sure to follow that. If you want to be notified for my streams on Twitch, that's follow. On YouTube, that's a subscription if you want to be notified. I'll be streaming both Japanese and English stuff, maybe a bit more Japanese stuff in the near future. But thanks for watching. let's wrap it up. Hope you all have a great day. Thanks for coming by. See you all next stream. I forgot that you have to wait for that. You have to press that first. So I click ready to raid. Yeah, and then y'all go have fun. Say hello to Quado. He's a nice guy. Thanks for watching. I was not happy with the marathon runs. They could have been a lot better.
I hate when that happens. The worst thing ever. How do you deal with that today? You've never had that. I haven't seen like 50% of the time in practice. It's such bullshit. You just get fucking the best friend. You get a fucking like, it's such garbage. I don't know how to avoid that at all. Oh, that's some memes. Yeah, I don't know how to avoid it. Oh my fucking god.
I'm excited for tonight. Tonight is when they announce who made it into Style Speedrun Showcase second season. SSSSS for short. It's a Japanese marathon. Dry Eye and I submitted 20% CPNE, so hopefully we get in. I'll see on Twitter if I do. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the VOD. And I hope you all have a great